Hello and welcome everyone to the Sugar Free League. We got another match for you guys. Another best of 5 here between Wasted Potential and 18K. Already gone through a few of the bans. They didn't give us quite a warning to start, but now we're ready to go, and we've got a new caster with us, at least new to me. We got Ward joining us. So say hello everyone, and Ward, say hello to all the people in Twitch chat.
Hello, hello. I hear we're getting ready for an exciting game.
Yes, it should be a great game here. Obviously, best of 5, so we'll at least have 3, if not the full 5. I know you're excited for that full 5. It'll be a late one. We're starting at 10:20. I don't think it's going to end for a while, so strap in, get some food. We're going to be here a while. But to start things off here, Wasted Potential on the blue side, 18K on the red side. We got a Jin first pick here out of Wasted Potential. A little bit surprising. I think that Jin is not the AD carry comes to mind when you think of first picks, and there hasn't even been an AD carry banned out yet. But this is already shaping up to be an interesting draft.
Yeah, I think Wasted Potential really put a lot of priority into the Jhin. I know they've played it in most of their games this season. So we're just going to see probably bot lanes come out in jungles in the first rotation.
Yeah, we'll be bot lanes here. We're going to get the Misfortune Nami follow-up. So pretty strong laning duo up against the Jhin here. Obviously, Jhin can be very good in lane. We'll see what they pair it with. I assume the support pick would come in now, like you said. But they're taking down here. So Wave Potential maybe putting some thought into it. But Yuumi banned away, a very, very strong champion, as well as the Zoe, the Hecarim for 18K. And on the other side, it was Kled, Jarvan, and that Nico that was banned away. But Morgana will join Jhin the bot lane here. So definitely some strong bot laners here, potential for some all-ins if Morgana missed that spell shooter, if Nami walks into a binding or something like that here. Is actually, wait a minute. Okay, so this should be Morgana mid lane and Thresh in the bot lane, so even more potential for all-ins there. But yeah, already shaping up to be an aggressive bot lane duo for both sides.
Yeah, in the past, Wasted Potential has gone around those supportive mids to the Morgana and the Lux. So not really a surprise to see it picked up here.
Will be the Sylas as well, so I think that's probably into the mid lane against Morgana, or do you think that might be jungle? Because obviously it can be played in 3 positions, I guess, if you want to. So the Sylas may be a flex.
I believe it's in the jungle. Their mid hasn't played it at all this season, but their jungle has played it a couple times, I believe. And I know their top laner can play it, so it's a triple flex for them.
It could be going several different places. It makes it a lot harder to ban out, especially on that second rotation here. Now you're like, well, we can't really ban out mid laners safely because that opens up other options. So makes things a bit tricky here for Wasted Potential with this pick, as the new will be banned out by 18K. And, well, jungle, top lane, those seem to be the open options here for Wasted Potential. And looks like they were naturally banned away, which was played earlier on tonight in that series before ours. Which, the Renekton was pretty dominant there. Very strong item breakpoints with Spear of Shojin and just the CDR and just ridiculous stats he can get. So, pretty scary champion here. It'd be interesting to see how the meta develops as well over this series. Like, what are the top lane champions? What are these bot lanes? Because these aren't really the bot lanes that come to mind in this meta, but both these teams like them. So, interesting to see how things go, as the Darius is going to be the second ban here for 18K.
And I believe we're going to see another top lane ban here from Wasted Potential, probably Sion, maybe Yorick. I know both of them have been played by Zheng Tao. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Sion ban because the side of 18K is looking a little bit squishy, and it's the Corki ban. So we might just see Azir picked up right here on the side of 18K. I know their mid laner does kind of go more towards the Azir in these pick bans.
Would give them an extra scaling option, as well as Misfortune doesn't fare as well in the late game, and a lot of Baron pressure there, and the Azir will picked up. Good call. And that should mean that the Sylas is not going to be in the mid lane, probably in the jungle. So it looks like they're saving that counter pick here for top lane. So 18K wanting to get a favorable matchup there up against Gobi here. And now the jungle and the top lane are going to be the picks for Waste Potential. We'll see what they go for. Well, hovering Lux would sort of throw a wrench in those plans. So it looks like, all right, they're going for Lux. So now Morgana Lux, I guess. Well, I don't
Is
really
this
know
Morgana jungle?
Yeah, I don't know what is going on. That was I remember that was played for a while after the changes to her Tormented Soil, because it reduces the cooldown on large monsters, I believe, so you can clear camps faster. But this is pretty odd. So I guess Morgana jungle, Lux in the mid lane, and Mordekaiser top. Everyone flexing stuff all over the place, even if you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, and we'll either have to see something to counter this Mordekaiser or just a tank that can deal with it, and it's going to be the Shen.
So it looks like we're gonna have a Mordekaiser versus Shen in the top lane, Morgana versus Sylas in the jungle here, Lux versus Azir in the mid lane, then Jhin Thresh versus Nami Misfortune in the bot lane here. So both sides coming up with a little bit of flexing around. We got Morgana jungle in the first game of the series. This is usually, flex like this is usually something you pull out in game 2, game 3, maybe even later on when you're sort of trying to trick the enemy team when you've already, started to establish the meta for the series. But already in game 1, opening up with a Morgana jungle is kind of insane, I think, from waste potential here. But we'll see if it pays off. It's it's going to be a crazy game 1 for sure. And we'll just be the 1 TP, it looks like, waste potential versus the double TP here versus 18k.
And it looks like Toons is going to be on support and Illumi is going to be on the ADC. So a little bit out of order, but looks like that's what's going to be locked in.
Yeah, they just lined up wrong in the lobby. I didn't even spot that, but yeah, they will be swapping their champions around. We try and get them all in the order, but sometimes they mess up, and well, there's not really much we can do. So that will be the 80 carry and the support there. It's not support Misfortune 80 Nami. I think that would be a little bit too meta breaking for us.
Yeah, definitely Morgana jungle, we can see it, but Nami AD MF support, not really.
You could do
Uh,
on hit Nami. You get Bork Rage Blade. Those two items work on anybody, right? Just get Bork Rage Blade, and then you max E on the Nami. I think that sounds
yeah,
like a
we could
good.
see some season 6 Misfortune support.
Yeah, that's the old throwback. It's honestly, I think that support Misfortune died when they changed the Spell Thieves, and you didn't, you weren't able to proc all 3 of the Spell Thieves gold generation on just your Make It Rain because you have to have like different spells. So that was kind of the biggest nerf to Misfortune support, I think. Other than it just being
Yeah.
bad to begin with in solo queue.
I mean, it was also a counter to Zyra and Malzahar, which were very prominent supports at the time, because the MFQ could go off the Zyra plants as well as the Malzahar Voidlings. So
Yeah, the reworking of the plants really screwed her as well because you ended up, they just changed how the plants work. So the Misfortune bounces didn't kill them, or the love taps didn't kill them. But hey, looks like already 80 Misfortune here, so maybe some big ultimates, wombo combos with Azir, so should be pretty exciting. We're going to take a short break, back in a couple minutes here, and get into game 1. Okay, hello. Welcome to Game 1. Waste Potential here versus 18K. It's a Game 1 of our best of 5 series. Waste Potential can be on that blue side, 18K on the red side. And looks like we got a 5-man invade here from Waste Potential. They have that Thresh level 1 plus a Lux and a Morgana. I don't know if you can get much better level 1. Maybe get an Olaf in there, but they should find the Misfortune. The hook will miss. Not quite close enough there, but just a little poking and prodding to start things off.
Yeah, I think the Thresh probably could have started Flay there and done a flash Flay. And it might have been a little bit better because it could have followed up into other CC as well as maybe get the flash from the Misfortune. But nothing really going to happen here early. The 5-point coming out from 18K going to make it hard for that invade to work.
Yep, should be, looks like, bottom side start for both junglers here, so Endril, I assume, yeah, gonna be on that red buff, and looks like we got the Silas on the blue buff here, so should run into each other on the top side, it looks like, and both sides, both bot lanes gonna be even on that leash.
And the Thresh here taking the Guardian over the Aftershock, so not going to be as tanky for these bottom lane trains.
Yeah, a little bit interesting pickup there. I didn't even notice that the Aftershock, usually the one you see, but Guardian movement speed is very useful up against Nami and Misfortune, but well, level 1 hook does land. 4-shot gonna come through and a decent damage done by both sides here in the bot lane.
Yep, just going to see a lot of poke coming out from the side of 18K in the bot lane. Probably why the Thresh opted to go for the Guardian, kind of deny a little bit of that and help them survive through the laning phase.
Yeah, it is tough to deal with that, all that poke. Now, a lot of damage being done in the mid lane here. The Azir taking a pretty convincing lead in the trade war there in the mid lane.
Yeah, and a lot of picks that you see into this year are more of the long-ranged mages that are able to just play back and kind of poke Azir out of the lane instead of getting harassed and poked like this. So
got a little bit of a jungle duel here. Good sidestep now and all in the bot lane. The Jhin in trouble, gonna flash and use heal. So all sums used by the bot lane of Waste Bench, but not Endril. So Woogie going at it. Here comes the rotation. The Azir here first, as well as Jung Tao. This is really nice rotations here. 18K in on it. The binding will land, but not on the target he was looking for. Just the Azir bound up. Both junglers going to make it out okay, but flash down there for Endril. And those will be the only summoner spells expanded. Jung Tao did use the flash, but that's it.
Yeah, I believe trading a little bit of poke here in the mid lane. I think trading top lane flash for jungle flash is not ideal because the jungle doesn't really need their flash that much unless they need to make stuff happen. Whereas if you're in a solo lane, having that flash allows you to play a little bit more overextended. So we might be able to see him get punished here soon with the Morgana rotating up. The Silas is still up here, so probably not going to see much.
Jung Tao got pulled in by that claw of Mordekaiser, but he just stood straight up and hit him back with that grass proc and took the auto trade. Things seem to be going okay up there. Both sides started off with that door and shield, so plenty of sustain in that lane. But, looks like Waste Potential having a rough time so far down in the bot lane. But down all 4 summoner spells here, and just the Ignite used on the other side does not bode too well for them, I think. As well as you look in the mid lane, Waste Potential 8 CS to 24 right now. The Azir with a significant lead.
Yeah, this mid lane is going to be very hard for the Lux.
Double bubble here in the bot lane. Both going to land here on the Misfortune, but looks like once again they will disengage. But that got a little bit scary here. The more those bubbles land, I mean, no summoner spells, no flashes, no heals left.
Yeah, and the side of Wasted Potential is probably not going to get much help here in the bot lane. Morgana's down here, but so is Silas. The Silas doing a very good job at mirroring the Morgana and not really letting her get much besides her jungle farm.
With that dragon spawning in just a moment. Will be an Ocean Dragon to start things off. Scuttle Crab was taken there by the red side, 18K. Cheers that. jungle farm is identical, but again, these CS differences here are significant in the mid and bot lane. But now we got a gank in the bot lane. Level 3 here. Endril, the binding, gonna miss. The hook, gonna miss as well. Good side steps here, and now 18k gonna fire back. The spell shield gonna provide a little bit of safety here for Whoops Law, but he does take a lot of damage. Binding gonna land here again, but the trade's always won by the Azir in the mid lane.
Yep, and we see the blue ping come out on top of the Sylas there. You know, they have a nice ward put back in that bush, so not gonna get caught by the Sylas. But they probably will lose a bit of turret plating here with the Jhin backing.
Most likely, no TPs here, so gonna have to take the long way back. And I think at this stage in the game, you're kind of happy to just have the ocean here, an Infernal or a mountain. That crucial objective could be kind of scary because then you'd probably give that up with the way the mid and bot lanes are going right now for waste potential. 18k off to a really nice lead. A slight deficit there in the top lane, only you know, half a wave or so, but the other two lanes there are really looking quite bad here for waste potential. But now in the top lane, Jung Tao gonna land the taunt. Silas is making his way over, but he's kind of far off. A dash forward does find a little bit of damage, but Gobi with the shield will survive here, even holds on to that flash.
Yeah, very odd gank from the Sylas, running straight into the lane off of the Shen taunt. Not gonna, you know, do much, but reveals his location. Morgana gonna safely push into her bot side.
The effort was there. He was hoping for it, but did not come through. And looks like after all the trading and you know, how low everyone got for a couple minutes there, nothing crazy happening so far. No kills yet. Just a lot of summoner spells blown in the first couple minutes here, as Endril going to take that second red buff. Still level 4 at 7 minutes is a little bit behind. I feel like both these junglers have focused a lot on playing around the map and a lot less on farming. They're kind of behind the usual cliff you would see in the jungle.
Yeah, Sylas is clear, not really as optimized as you'd like it to be. His entire blue side is up.
And we got a gank in the bot lane. Here comes Morgana. Whoops Law very low. The shield comes in. Black Shield saves his life there alongside the Aerie, but now the TP coming in from the Azir. Hook's gonna land here. Now the Misfortune and the Nami get flayed back in, but the Azir taking it to everyone. Doing a lot of damage here. The Binding from Angel will secure the kill on the Misfortune. The bot lane for 18k down. Here comes the knockback. Azir trying to run away. The Lux rotating down as well, but it looks like the Azir should get away if he can dodge his last bind. Angel gonna throw it out, and a good sidestep from the Azir. Flash bind though! Oh my goodness, the Lux comes in. Elixia with the kill. He's been struggling in lane, but roams down to the bot lane, helps out his team with a very nice kill. And dodged one binding, but couldn't dodge a second one there. And down goes the Azir. Very nicely played there. And that bot lane that had a huge lead for 18k, not in such a great spot now.
Yeah, it was a very good break for wasted potential there. And the Mordekaiser getting the cancel as well on the Shen ultimate. Not allowing Shen to go through with his ult and really add CC and a lot of damage reduction. So very well played by the Mordekaiser.
Interrupt the Shen ulti, so that will be down for another couple of minutes, but TPs are available for both top laners. Azir, obviously, his TP is now on cooldown, but those will be the only two globals up, so watch out for those top laners coming in at some point. I don't think they've really used them much for the lane here. As Azir will get bound up once again. Here comes the Thresh. Whoops. Gonna find the Flay. And now, looks like the ultimate will be dropped from Endril. The hook gonna miss. The stun will land for Soul Shackle. But now Endril is gonna have to take that Lantern back out. Jung Tao came in with his TP, but he gets bound up by the Lux. Oh, Elixia almost finds that final spark. And looks like the Jhin having to farm by himself down here. Shaku is gonna be okay, though. Still down quite a bit of farm, but you know, his support making plays around the map. I think you're okay with being down a little bit from that roam.
Yeah, and the bot lane up a summoner. They're up a flash, so we could see something potentially down there with the Thresh flash.
Do not have that ultimate on the Thresh just yet, though. The box not available. So maybe they'll wait for that level 6 to come in and then go. Elixia again down quite a bit of farm here. 38 farm is the lead right now for the Azir. Char Sensei is doing a real good job there. We'll be going Luminous Echo first here. He's got the lethal tempo, so opting for that build over just the rushing attack speed items first. Now on the bot lane, whoops, here comes the hook. He will find it now on the Misfortune. The box is landed, but now a flash from Shaku. Here comes the Misfortune damage here, making it rain, but not enough. Whoops, he's gonna have to flash out. Here comes the final spark. Oh, the solo kill by Elixia. Char Sensei with no flash gets bound up and goes down here in the top lane. Into the Death Realm goes Zheng Tao. He cannot run any further. Gobi comes in with a big smackdown, but importantly, oh my goodness, Gobi gets the last auto. I thought maybe he would survive if he dodged the last auto, but now here comes Sawugi in the bot lane. The hook gonna miss here from Whoops. And now the Silas, he's going in for his damage. Steals the ultimate from the Morgana. Soul tackles lane here, but Gobi coming in with his TP. Flashed away from the Silas. Misfortune goes down, and now we got 4 members in the bot lane here for Waste Potential. Sawugi, oh, the root lands from the Jhin, and now, oh, just barely gets out Gobi trying to smack down the Mace. Will not find it. Very nicely played there by Waste Potential. Actually come out significantly on top despite losing so in the early game. They come back here now with a 1,000 gold lead. Just under.
Yeah, Wasted Potential really making the best of all of these fights. And coming out on top in all of them, despite being down CS in almost every lane, except for top lane.
They seem to be, in the 1v1s or in the lanes, they seem to be significantly outclassed, but the team play has been really good from Waste Potential so far, it seems. And they're going to take this Ocean Dragon. Just a little bit more health to go, and they should grab it here. No contest comes in from 18k. A little bit slow to that one, so the Ocean Dragon does go over. Here comes Whoops. He's all on. I don't think he was going to take that Azir, but Char Sensei going to play it safe and back off here. And now it looks like Misfortune going to be going for that Infinity Edge first here. Yes, the Receiver for Jhin going to come in soon, and we're all looking for those first items to come in for everyone.
And the support item completed on the Nami, so a lot more vision going to be out on the side of 18k. Thresh still not completing his, and so he won't have that scanner or the additional wards.
He's at 499 right now, so he literally needs one more tick, and then he'll get those wards, but does have to go back to refill it. So we'll just get the one. There you go. Nomad's Medallion is completed. And into the Nomad's Eye now, and he'll have wards available once he goes back, but already placed that free one he got. So, small advantages there, as Char Sensei once again takes a favorable trade in the mid lane here. The Lux now 2-0, has gotten a lot of gold from those kills.
The Silas creeping around bot lane.
Hook gonna land here on a Misfortune. Pulled back and block once again, but here comes Make It Rain, gonna kill the Thresh. And oh, Andril going in. Soul Shackles on 2. Flash away, the Nami will survive, but a double kill comes in for Andril in the bot lane. And now the Azir in the mid lane. Elixir gonna have to flash away. Char Sensei bound up here. Elixir, oh, he gets skewered by the Azir despite the bind. The final spark was being cast, but just got dunked before he could do that. Now Gobi and Zheng Tao going at it in the top lane. Once again, the Conqueror proccing. A lot of damage found, but nowhere near a kill as Gobi did have a flash, but not gonna be aggressive underneath the turret. Here are some plates being taken in the bot lane by Waste Potential.
Yeah, and the Shen ult not completing through bot lane once again. So that's going to be on cooldown. A very nice hook from the Thresh landed onto the Misfortune.
Yeah, started off the play there, finding Misfortune with the death sentence, and then the Make It Rain did get the kill back onto him, but ended up finding a 2-for-1 there. And a lot of plates off the back of it as well here. So, Zheng Tao and Gobi going to go ahead and smack each other once again. But, yeah, good interruptions from Gobi as well on that ultimate. Zheng Tao, he's made the TP play mid lane, but that didn't really result in anything. It's all been interruptions on that ultimate. So, Stand United, I got the name right. Yeah, Stand United has not been really effective at all here. And now Endril is sitting at 4-0-3 on this Jungle Morgana, which is not something I thought would happen this game.
Yeah, he's really showing us that they put time into learning this and figuring out how to make it work. So, very, very nice stuff from him throughout this game.
Rylai's will be the first item here for Gobi. Essence Saver completed now in the bot lane for Shuku, and then Misfortune is still looking for that Infinity Edge. Stopped and went ahead and got some boots for a little bit more movement speed, a little more attack speed. So she'll have her first item soon here, but Luden's Echo completed in the mid lane here for Char Sensei, and Luden's, in the mail here for Elixir. As Endril now making a play topside, Zheng Tao, Soul Shackles are on him, and he's going to get stunned up. And here comes Sawugi, Oh, play in the mid lane here. Alexia gets knocked back by the Azir. A second solo kill there, and then play in the top side will not result in a death. Nicely played by Char Sensei. He got solo killed once, but now he got angry and solo killed Alexia twice back. Flash in. Here comes Whoops Lol. Oh, the good flash away here from the Misfortune will buy enough time for her to get to safety. Here's the TP comes in from Jung Tao, and now the jungle's going at it in the topside river. Jung Tao, another TP, and another chance for him to make a play, but unfortunately does not come through, but does force that bot lane to back off.
Yeah, all of this Shen utility not really being used to its fullest potential. 2 TPs that have been for naught, and 2 ults that weren't allowed to go through, so a lot of damage coming out onto this top lane turret, and the Mordekaiser just getting further and further ahead each time.
He's up quite a bit of CS here, 30 on the Jung Tao now, and Gobi up a level as well, which, the XP is not something, people talk about as much. You can't see it as clearly, but it's certainly very impactful to be up a level, an extra skill, some more, base stats, very, very helpful, and that advantage can add up here. So Jung Tao, he's trying to do his job as the Shen, trying to help out his team, but hasn't worked out the way they wanted it to so far. And he's talking about level leads here, so Wookie's down 2 now to Endril in the jungle. A significant lead there, despite the CS being relatively even. The XP is not, and yeah, that's a concerning advantage growing on the top side right now for Waste Potential.
Yeah, he's up about 20 to 30 CS, and up that level 11 to level 10. So that extra point in the ultimate gonna make him that much stronger.
Got 4-man bot side here for Waste Potential, trying to find this Death Rush. The mid lane turret has gone down right now, so it's not as important. Alexia is there in the mid lane. She can maybe try and roam around and make some plays, but do have to worry about that tier 2. The Azir continuing to push, but Gobi rotating down. Maybe they're going to make a play and collapse here onto Char Sensei, who is up 2 levels on Elixir right now, speaking of level advantages.
Yeah, and he's going to get caught here probably by this Mordekaiser ult.
Puts up the turret here, but now he's getting collapsed on Gobi. Coming through. Looks like Char Sensei will make it out, and he'll be okay there. Close call, but he's fine in the end here. The CS is almost 70 now in the mid lane.
Yeah, very good use of the Azir passive there to deter the Mordekaiser from chasing further in, and able to sneak out through the topside jungle.
Good wave by the Nami. The hook will miss. Well played defensively there by 18K. And yeah, they're still up significant CS in the bot lane, but the kills have not gone in their favor so far.
Good little bit of poke from the Lux there onto the Azir. But the Azir going to be able to step up, not really worried about anything coming his way. They are putting a lot of resources into this bot lane and just forgetting about mid lane and letting the Azir have his way with those turrets.
Yeah, mid-inner goes down at 18 minutes. Here comes Make It Rain. Whoopslaw finds the hook on a Silas, but now the Shen ulti coming in. Standing united. Here comes Jung Tao. Swoogie goes in, finds a little bit of a knockdown to Whoopslaw, but now the curtain call comes through very close. He's going to hit it onto the Nami. Now Swoogie just barely living. Here comes Azir from the backside. Char Sensei with the kill. And now he's going one-on-one to Gobi in the Death Realm. Gobi trying to find the Azir, but he dashes away. Elixia now dancing around 3 members. Gobi, he's going to find the kill onto Char Sensei. Yes! Oh, Elixia gets him in the end, shutting down the Azir now. Gobi falls, but Elixia 1v3. All members very low from 18k now. Elixia is at full health, but I don't know. Even with Summoner spells up, I don't think that play is possible without that Final Spark ultimate. Here comes the Mountain Dragon. Looks like they're going to start this one up. They have no smite for another couple seconds here. The Final Spark will not be available for several seconds as well. This Mountain Dragon should be likely secured for 18k, but Elixia forcing them to back off here with the potential of that poke, plus the respawns coming in. It looks like 18k will win the fight, it looks like, but lose out on getting an objective, at least for now.
Yeah, and 18k gonna take the gold lead by about 2.5k, but will probably lose this dragon since they did go for the greedy play and try to go for it, and the Lux doing a very good job at keeping them out.
Well done by Elixia there, and speaking of objectives, right? Look at this Mountain Dragon. This thing is not falling fast at all, and they've got a lot of gold. They've got a lot of items, for 20 minutes in. Even with this Mountain Dragon, I feel like taking Baron is going to be very tricky. Jhin, one of the worst Baron taking ADCs there is. Then they have 2 mages and a Mordekaiser. Like, this team does not scream like a Baron taking PvP. But now, we got to fight on the top side here. The Azir in trouble. Flash. The hook misses from Whoops. Living up to his name there, and Gobi will get the secure. So it's fine in the end. But, yeah, nice binding to start things off. And then Thresh, that's one you definitely leave out on the highlight reels.
Yeah, definitely don't look back at this game and you know, praise him for that specific moment.
He's been good so far, though, the Thresh. Despite 4 deaths, I think has played solidly so far in this game. But now in the bot lane, Shaku is in trouble. Oh my goodness! Naked Rain comes through. Misfortune damage was insane, but now the curtain call is going to open up. Looks like Nami will be taking that for now. The Misfortune is going to end up being safe, but the hook lands. Very nicely done by Whoops. Here comes the Jhin, finds the root. Now Whoops going to go down here as Illumi flashes forward, finds a kill. Oh my goodness, the Nami goes down, but the Misfortune with a double kill.
And Whoops landing a very nice hook there, but not really wanting to take the kill from his ADC, which cost him his life.
Down the top side, though, Gobi being chased down here by Jung Tao and Tsuwugi. Gobi's ultimate going to be stolen by the Sylas, but with the safety of the turret, he will get away. Yep, good call there. The Nami sacrificing a life for the AD carry there. And they get the turret as well here, so a lot of influx of gold coming in for the Misfortune here. Going to complete that seal item for sure. That's going to really help out here. The final smart thrown up to the top side to clear out some minions.
Yeah, the Shen opting to go for that Titanic Hydra first item. And Azir might be caught out again. The Shen ult going to come through.
Stand United. Make sure he's okay there. Big cooldown, though, used for... I don't know if he was even necessary there. QSS already purchased here for the Sylas. He's got his jungle item, a little bit of AP, some boots, but already opted for that QSS very, very early on.
Yeah, the QSS is going to be very good into Wasted Potential's comp.
Hook and a miss from Whoops again. The Flay will land, but Endril in trouble here. The binding will stop the Misfortune from charging down that Morgana. So Whoops once again, but saves the life of his jungler.
The E barely missing there from the Sylas.
Whoops, he's having his moments, you know. It's like very, very close calls everywhere for him, but Jhin gets a turret in the bot side while all that was going on here. It looks like he's going to be going for that Infinity Edge afterwards. He's still got a bit more gold to go before he gets that one. So he'll be very strong on the 2 items, but Azir already on his 2 items. Got that Luden's Echo, the Nashor's Tooth completed, Misfortune on her 2nd item as well with the Rapid Fire here. So the carries right now for 18K are really ramping up with the really nice CS numbers they've been able to hit compared to the enemy team. Significant advantage of 70, 40 CS in those positions there, which is so much in terms of items and gold.
Yep, gonna see a fight for this mid lane turret, really wanting that last outer turret
Flash
to fall.
in, Jung Tao finds a taunt here onto Elixia. Oh my goodness, to make it rain will do. You actually get interrupted, it looks like. Tsuwugi going in the backline, but Endril will find the kill. Now the current call is gonna open up. He's gonna find one hit here onto Char Sensei, now onto Jung Tao. The 3rd shot hits, the 4th shot will miss. Jung Tao with a good dodge out there. Char Sensei and Jung Tao, the only ones left here. Waste Potential take the fight 1-4-3, and now they should get the outer turret in the mid lane as a prize.
Yeah, and the Mordekaiser really doing a lot in that last fight, just standing on the backline with his passive, slowly burning all of the backline of 18K. And closing up this gold deficit or actually taking the gold lead for the side of Wasted Potential.
40K to 39.5 right now, so only a couple hundred gold is the advantage, but still, it's something here. Now they're going to camp this brush. The 2-9 power spike from Mordekaiser was pretty big. You're right. The Rylai's Leandre so powerful. Now the Death Rush, Waste Potential. They're going to find the hook, and Tsuwugi, well, she's dead. Very, very dead there. The Fnatic Death Rush finds it. And Sylas, now that he's dead, I don't know if the Baron is a possibility, but they could maybe try it with no smite potential. Looks like mid lane is the call right now, and after the Inter was taken so early on, the inhibitor turret is open. This is a really aggressive trade here from Waste Potential. They could be giving up an inhibitor tower, if not the inhibitor for this. Baron and power recalls could be crucial, but oh, they're calling it off. The Baron's at 4K. They're going to send 2 members back now, and then the rest will join after the Baron is taken, but already an inhibitor, I think, has gone down.
Yeah, 18K going to be able to get this inhib as well as retreat back to that dragon that's about to come up and leave a trail of vision. So they'll very clearly see wasted potential coming into them.
There will be a second Ocean Dragon here. And they're not able to get that inner tower in the bot lane. Jung Tao doesn't really have the damage to take that one down, but they get the inhibitor. And I assume this dragon, though the Azir did sort of peel off and went towards the top side of the map to steal away some camps, I think. So the dragon may not be in their possession, but still, I think an interesting trade, always something, you know, to talk about is Baron worth an inhibitor? And I think that you gotta say, well, it depends on what they do with the Baron, right? You know, if they can get an inhibitor of their own, obviously it's even, maybe even a positive trade with the Baron. But if they're able to defend and not give them an inhibitor as 18K right now, I think that trade is something you'll totally take every day, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, the inhib's very nice for them to have because they probably would have lost the fight at Baron. So trading the inhib for Baron is kind of, you know, a double-edged sword. If you get the inhib and they get the Baron, then it just depends on how well you can defend against the Baron.
Looks like the siege will begin here in the mid and bot lanes. Gobi going to take up that turret and have to walk back out, but whoops. He's going to find the hook on the Azir. Char Sensei, though, is actually going to use his QSS. He's purged up one as well here, so QSS on both the mid and jungler. And here comes the final spark. Will not be the final moment for Char Sensei's life. Here comes the curtain call as well. Looks like we might have him engaged. Here comes Swoogie, goes in onto the Jhin. Q's gonna have to flash away to make it. Rain's gonna find the kill onto the Thresh. And now good kiting here. Elixir gonna find the kill. Jung Tao. As Endro goes in the backline, he'll get destroyed before his ultimate can pop. Gobi coming in from the side of Shaku, finds kill onto Swoogie. And looks like an even trade overall. 2 for 2 it looks like. Waste potential though, continuing to push with this Baron.
Yeah, Andril had the stopwatch there, I believe, and just didn't press it. So could have been an even bigger moment for them, but it's not looking very good for 18K. They lost that one in.
Here comes Char Sensei. Big knockup from the Azir, and it looks like he's going to find the kill on Elixir as well. Oh my goodness, huge double kill from the Azir. Now Gobi being chased down here. He's going to fall as well. Big cleanup. They lose an inhibitor, but they do find, well, a delayed ace, I suppose, at the end of that one for 18K.
Yeah, and they close that gold lead back up and make it even. But the Azir definitely scaling up and getting his items online. Definitely going to be a problem for the side of wasted potential.
He's been a real thorn in the side. The laning phase went so heavily in his favor. The reason the inhibitor trade was possible for that Baron was the fact that he took out the outer and inner turrets there before 20 minutes even rolled around. The Azir have been really, really crucial to their strategy so far and their success in Game 1. It's still dead even, but the Azir being a huge part of keeping them in this one so far. And Misfortune now with 6 kills, the 0-7. The carries are very, very scary from 18K at this stage of the game. And you know, they got a lot of poke, but eventually you got to fight someone, I think, and that may be a problem here now that they're even, you know, no Baron buff to their side. Waste potential may not have that fight they're looking for unless they can start it off with a really nice catch. And if Endro can find the stopwatch button, that could be good too.
Yeah, it would be very nice to see all the buttons come out, but you know, heat of the moment. Not everything's gonna go as you plan. But the Azir up 100 CS in this mid lane at 28 minutes. So definitely being super huge on the side of 18K.
You're right, Just Flame Horizon Deluxe here, 245 to 141 now. That's concerning, you know, in general, but especially as this game is going to go longer and longer, that CS, you know, difference will be crucial for these items. Oh, Char Sensei! Okay, he's dead now. Doesn't matter. Gets caught. Had QSS, had Flash, but Char Sensei gets caught and goes down. And now Jung Tao maybe caught himself. Gobi coming in the side lane, forced the flash out of Jung Tao, and now Waste Potential have another opportunity to break open this game.
Yeah, CS lead doesn't really matter if you got a gray screen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you have Redemption, you can do stuff while you're dead, though. So maybe the real option should have been to buy Redemption here, and then he could die as many times as he wanted to. I think that's the real lesson.
Whoops was way ahead of him on that. Thought. He's ahead of us, ahead of
It looks like we are going to have Gobi split push here in the bot lane, top lane. The rest of the members of Waste Potential will group and try and break this one down. These here now respawning. So they haven't given up much off that kill. But being caught like that is never good. They did overgive a shutdown.
Yeah, the Shen can't really deal with this Mordekaiser now. He's on 2 items, getting close to his 3rd item. So he's getting massive.
You're going to have 3 Zhonya's at the end of this thing, too, here. Between the top, jungle, and mid lanes, you're going to have 3 Zhonyas. And Zhonya is one of those powerful late-game items, especially up against a champion like Azir, a champion like Misfortune, right? Where they have these big AoE ultimates. If you can dodge them, that's really crucial. So keep an eye on those stasises. That could be huge, as well as the 3 QSSs right now purchased for 18k. So both teams have ways to deal with the other team's strength, their CC, their AoE abilities. So that's going to be crucial. And Endrill's going to really have to hotkey that stopwatch button right. For this
Yeah, speaking of things in 3s, this 3rd Ocean Drake coming up. So the healing, then just the regeneration, going to be massive for the side of Wasted Potential. They're not going to put a lot of resources into it, just the Mordekaiser to take it slowly while they pressure the Baron.
And with a Lux, a Jane, a Morgana, a lot of poke on their side as well, so they can kind of whittle down 18k over the period of a couple minutes here, force them to go back, maybe find an opening that way on a Baron or something like that. Is Hook gonna land here? Char Sensei caught once again! Ultimate will come through, and he'll actually dash out. He survives for now. Whoops, he's gonna have to flash out as well, and looks like this fight might fizzle out, but whoops, he finds another hook here. The play onto the Nami. Gobi coming in here. Char Sensei is backing, but Gobi charging forward. The 4th shot lands, but Tsuwugi at high enough health that it doesn't kill him there. And now Misfortune on the other side. Gobi, he's going to ultimate Tsuwugi here. The QSS used. He's going to hop back in. Now Gobi walking back out with a black shield. Oh my goodness, big pull onto the backline. Char Sensei and Illumi down solo. Oh, it looks like Gobi will go down, though, and they still haven't killed anyone on the side of 18k. Waste Potential, it looks so good, but they haven't actually found anyone.
Yeah, very drawn-out fight there, but the Mordekaiser...
Oh, final spark! Okay, sorry. We found another kill, and now... Oh, the Shen going to use his stopwatch. Jung Tao going to be safe for now, but Illumi coming back in. He finds a lot of damage here, but... Oh, Char Sensei from the other side! The huge flank from the Azir, and now Shaku's going to go down to Endril, and whoops, the only ones left. Illumi, he's going to find the auto and the slow, and this is it for whoops. Oh, no, the hook? Nope, never mind. He's going to go down. Illumi with the kill, and now the inhibitor over to 18k.
Yeah, they'll probably get this inhib and possibly look to end the game. 30 seconds on most of the members on the side of Wasted Potential, only 8 on Mordekaiser, so...
That's a lot of poke. Here comes Endro, flashes in, finds 4 Shoal Shackles, 1 kill already picked up. He finds the stopwatch! Jung Tao, nope, he's actually not going to find the kill in the end. Gobi flashes in, he finds Jung Tao with his claw. Now, he's trying to get onto Illumi. We'll find the kill on Jung Tao. Illumi autoing away. Gobi healing, but not enough. The double kill actually goes over to the Nami in the end here, but they crucially stop the end of the game here and give themselves another chance. Waste Potential still in this one here. 23-22 in kills at 33 minutes. The gold only 2k apart. This game is a real nail-biter, isn't it?
Yeah, very good flash ult there from Endril, and finding that stopwatch, making that play, and coming up huge for the side of Wasted Potential.
Big plays here by both Gobi and Endril. They're dead now. Still have another couple seconds on them, but Whoop's going to go ahead and sort out some vision here so that they can keep an eye on this Baron. 33 minutes in. You have another Dragon. Will be an Elder next up. There is a ward currently on it for the side of Wasted Potential. But right now the focus is on the Baron for the next couple minutes. That is a crucial objective here, and that can be a game-defining moment. Looks like everyone going to have their Zhonyas up. Well, actually, Endril still needs to complete that one. That was the stopwatch last time. But everyone, I think when the next fight occurs, will have their stopwatches, their QSSs up. Flashes and some of their spells may not be all there, but some crucial cooldowns will be up for that one. So everyone should be on an even playing field there, but Wasted Potential do have that advantage in the silence. Maybe Gobi can find an advantage for that next Baron. It does become a fighting point.
The Mordekaiser does not have his TP up, and the Shen still has his ult as well as TP, so a big advantage on the side of 18k for the next fight.
Jung Tao has been interrupted so many times this game that he's got to be super, super careful that he doesn't walk too far forward and get that interrupted, because if he does, then he's in a real rough spot and he leaves his team hanging. So that's going to be something to watch out for if he does get interrupted by that Mordekaiser, who's been very good about that. Gobi on his on his toes there as more vision cleared out here in the topside river. Looks like both sides are off, sort of moving towards this top lane right now.
The Mordekaiser pushing in. If he gets far enough, he can probably just go mid and take the inhib while 18k is positioning for this Baron. I don't think the Shen can really 1v1 him at this point. But we might see some action up here as they push for this tier 2 turret in the top lane.
Endril in the mid lane right now, so it's a 3-1-1 at the moment for Waste Potential. And it looks like ATK might be moving in to capitalize on it. It's a 4v3 if the spike goes through. The hook gonna land. But Lumi just going to walk back through it. Gobi now in the side lane. He's trying to pressure this turret. The Claw finds the pull onto Jung Tao. Endril still pushing in the mid lane here. Elixia and company going to be safe there in the top lane. Wave Potential trying to trade objectives here. Gobi still pushing in the bot lane, but Endril's working on an inhibitor. He might just find it. It's already at half health. The minions being cleared out by that Tormented Soil. Jung Tao moving over, but I don't know if he can kill Endril, especially from half health. Azir moving back over, but they're going to lose the inhib. There it is, the last auto. Endril finds it. Gobi still working on the bot side as well, but Endril, I think this is the end for him. Char Sensei coming in. Jung Tao finds the taunt. Endril going to use the Zonias here. Gobi coming in, misses the claw, and he's going to have to move out here. Saluki actually ends up finding the knockup and stun. Gobi now slowed up, and he certainly should go down as well, but during all this, Waste Potential is on the Baron here. It's at 3k health. 2k now, and this should be their Baron here. They get an inhib, a Baron, and an inhibitor turret. Baron on only 3 members, but still great for Waste Potential.
And they're going to be able to deny the Baron, or the Elder, from Wasted Potential. So it would have been a 4-Dragon Elder for Waste Potential if they had gotten it, but I think if you're 18k, you're okay with this trade. You're okay with giving up the Baron for the Elder and 2 kills.
Oh, big flash play by Char Sensei. They find the Jhin and the kill. Standing United is used. They have the Elder, but I don't know if they'll be able to catch Whoops here. Swoogie flashing forward and misses it. Whoops flashes out, and it looks like he'll make it out okay. So just one more kill over on the Jhin. Gobi and Endril will be respawning soon.
Yeah, Death Timer is getting very long, but 18k does not have a wave to push in with them. The minions still trying to push back from Endril taking that inhibitor.
The inhibitor also up open in the bottom lane here, so Gobi has eventual backdooring that. He's got his TP up now, or at least will in the next few seconds here. So got to keep our eyes on that. But right now, Waste Potential have to deal with the enemy at their door, and they're going to take an inhibitor for sure. And Jhin still another couple seconds on him, and then we'll have a 5v5. Waste Potential waiting for that to happen. Baron helping them stall out. Here comes the final spark, though. A lot of damage done to Jung Tao. The hook does land. Oh my goodness! Char Sensei comes in. Huge combo into the make it rain. A lot of damage done here already. Shuku is going into the backline. He's going to find the kill here now. Oh my goodness. It's just 2 members left. And it looks like... Oh, nope. The last claw will miss here as the Jhin trying to give chase, but no CC to help him there. And Waste Potential hold strong here. They still have Baron available on one more member here. Elixia with the Baron, and now it looks like they're going to charge down mid lane. They haven't actually Baron up those minions, so they are walking a bit slower, but it looks like Waste Potential have held and maybe even looking to end on the F side, but that seems pretty ambitious.
Yeah, they might end, or they might just get that bottom inhib and be happy with that, and recall and spend some of this gold that they have. But I don't see a reason why they wouldn't go for the end. Still about 20 seconds on the Shen and 20 seconds on the Azir, so they're going to have advantage for quite a while. The Thresh coming back from the base, but I don't think that's going to matter too much.
Well, they'll take the inhib and walk back out now. Another couple minutes on these major objectives here. Obviously, the second Elder will be available and Baron in a few minutes here, but those objectives don't come up very often here as we get a bit of damage down, and now Gobi. Oh, actually, the taunt comes through, and now Endril in trouble. He'll use the zone. He's going to buy some time, but he'll most certainly go down at the end of this thing. So we're going to use his own zonies. Endril, actually, no, he's made it out. I don't know how he did it, but Endril is out of there. Gobi coming in. He finds the pull onto Jung Tao. Saluki giving chase, but Waste Potential are going to make it out with all the members, but they're going to re-engage. Hook lands onto Jung Tao. The grenade thrown in, but no commitment from either side so far. The poke, though, certainly favors Waste Potential. If they can take fights like this, they're going to whittle them down over time with these triple oceans. But looks like we're going to back off once again. And this game is
Yeah.
not over. We're at 40 minutes now, 26 to 26 in kills. The gold lead's still about 2K. It's been a long one, but I think we've still got a few more minutes.
Yeah, Wasted Potential really does have a nice way to layer CC. If you get hit by anything, you're also going to get hit by 2 more forms of CC, whether that's Thresh Hook, Morgana Bind, or Lux Bind.
And that means, you know, the QSS is very crucial. You got to QSS and then get out of there before that second CC hits. Otherwise, you're in real trouble here. But right now, both sides, I think, are strong enough to win a fight. It just comes down to execution. You know, who can execute that next fight or that next pick. You know, and that's going to decide the game here. As we have double inhib down right now for 18K and a single inhib in the mid lane right now for Waste Potential. So both sides available. You know, can potentially win this game here, but it's just going to come down to the next fight here. And well, with all these QSSs, these Zonias, I don't know how it's going to go. It's going to take a while to end, I think.
Yeah, there's 3 QSSs on the side of 18K, as well as the Michaels on the Nami, so very hard to lock down someone, as well as the Banshee Veil on the Silas.
That just saved Swoogie. He learned his lesson. Well, he didn't really. He face-checked the bush anyway, but he had the ability to dodge one of those CCs with the Banshees there.
And 18K not going to really be able to push out of their base that far. Because they do have the 1 inhib down and the 1 inhib exposed, so if they get caught out of position, it could just be an end through one of the side lanes or even the mid lane.
Jung Tao is pushing, but he's got Stand United to come back if necessary. Gobi has his teleport available, but he's currently pushing minions in the mid lane here. So Jung Tao may get this enter if the play stalls out long enough. The Sand Turret going to help buy some time as well for 18K. Looks like this decision will be to go push top for Waste Potential. And they clear minions pretty quick at this stage in the game. The Jhin already doing over 1,000 damage a crit here. But now the fight gonna break out. Huge play by Char Sensei, knocks several back in. Standing United coming in. Jung Tao flashed in the backline. Whoops is gonna flash away, but he's dead for sure. And so is the rest of his team. Only Gobi remaining, but he's nowhere near the rest of them. And that was a huge fight there from 18K. I think they can just end off that one with the inhibitor down in the mid lane.
Yeah, super big play there from the Azir, getting the double ult onto the Jhin and the Morgana, really taking away a lot of the damage from Wasted Potential, and the Shen ult finally coming through. No one to interrupt it this time. And I believe it will be the end of this game, so the not going to need to take any of the Barons or the Elders anymore, just going to end this game. And
Gobi is here into the death realm. He goes, going to try and find one remaining kill.
And the QSS just going to get, or the Michaels?
Yeah.
Does Michaels work on it? Didn't look like it.
I don't believe it does. Michaels is actually kind of a funny item. It doesn't cleanse suppressions. It only cleanses like stuns, taunts, fears. It actually doesn't cleanse suppressions, so kind of an interesting item. But that will be game 1 over here to 18K. A tremendous effort from them, and they end up coming out on top. It seems so dominating from the beginning of the game, but then, you know, they claw their way back in. It looked like, you know, for Waste Potential, but 18K wasn't having any of it. A huge play from Char Sensei to finish the game here, and they will open up the series with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Char Sensei played phenomenally in that series. Just really pushing his advantage the entire game, even getting a Flame Horizon on his opposing laner. So very good stuff there from him.
Yeah, looks like we'll be heading to game 2 shortly, so stick around. It'll just be a minute or two. But yeah, we'll be right back in a couple minutes here for another, I would imagine, another exciting game after the crazy one we had in game 1 here. 18K up 1-0 here over Wasted Potential. So stick around. We'll be back in just a minute or two. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Here we're ready for game two between 18K and Wasted Potential. 18K taking game one. We will be switching sides here. A little bit different setup here for playoffs. The side switch is not mandatory anymore, so the higher seed gets side selection in game one, 3, and 5. Lower seed gets selection in game 2 and 4, and you can select either side, red or blue, whatever you want to do. But 18K gonna be on blue side this game, and we're gonna have Wasted Potential on red side. So switching it up from game one, and looks like we're going to get a Morgana ban this time out of 18K after seeing that Waste Potential Morgana jungle in game one.
Yeah, gonna take away that, I think, triple flex. But, the jungle is where we saw it last game. So definitely don't want to have to deal with that again. And don't want to have to deal with the Azir either. Both of those going to be seeing the chopping block. And Kled going to be first picked here by Zheng Tao. I know he plays it a lot in the solo queue, and he also tends to gravitate towards it in these pick bans. And I won't be surprised if we see either a bot lane here or top jungle as a response.
Gonna be the Braum here, so the most picked competitive champion, Braum, gonna be picked up here for Waste Potential. Which is kind of interesting that Braum is the most competitively picked champion, considering he hasn't even been around for the majority of League of Legends. But there's that
Braum
famous
Lucian
duo, yeah. Braum Lucian he picked up, very strong bot lane duo here. Kled for Zheng Tao, so we'll see what the response is here for 18K after seeing the bot lane. But yeah, gonna be Lucian Braum once again. Who would have seen this coming?
The MF going to be picked up again. Illumi plays it a lot, so probably just going to want him to be on something that he's comfortable on. And
does seem
the
like
bot
a
lane
significant range advantage here for Misfortune over Lucian with the double up. But picking up that Leona means that there won't be a ton of poke, I think, from the support position at least. So it looks like we'll be having a pretty melee focused bot lane there. Maybe some more fighting. We saw a lot of it in game one, so I'd expect that trend to continue here in game two. Is Poppy getting picked up now? Could be a play into Kled, but I've seen Endro play Poppy jungle before, I think. We've seen a couple Poppy jungles. Fallen Artemis has played it, so could see that. More flexes, I guess. More flexes now in the top end jungle with the Poppy, so who knows where that's going. But it looks like it's going to be mostly a top side pick, and we're locking in our top laners, our bot laners here so far, and a Corki to be banned away, which I'm surprised it's fallen through to the second ban phase in both the games so far.
Yeah, I think the Corki is not as strong as he was on previous passers. I think he did just get nerfed. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe it was a nerf to his base AD.
Yeah, so not as strong, but still a fairly safe pick.
It was a nerf to the base AD. Is it like the base scaling AD? So each time you level up, you gain AD. He doesn't gain as much anymore. But yeah, not as strong, obviously, because you do scale off that stack quite a bit here. So not as high priority here. But the Corki Sass banned away for Waste Potential, and now the Vi. And we'll see what the last one is here for 18K. But the Vi, interesting one to ban away, will be the Shyvana as well. So some interesting junglers banned by 18K.
Yeah, and we'll probably see either the jungle or the top lane here. They probably want to leave the mid up just because, the mid did struggle last game, so probably want to give them something.
Will be the Sejuani here, so I feel like this is panning out to be a pretty traditional composition here from Waste Potential. Especially after they go Morgana jungle, they're gonna go for Poppy Sejuani, Lucian Braum game two. It's like a complete flip of their strategy and the crazy stuff they're doing. But Olaf, a classic, champion picked in a Sejuani, will be picked up for 18K, and now they're gonna blind pick that mid laner. No Azir this time around. They're gonna go for looks to be the Orianna. So
Yeah, the Orianna makes more sense.
Yeah, pretty safe mid laner here, but we'll see what Elixia does into this. The Lux is still open, if I'm not mistaken, which they played last game. So that could be the option here, but Orianna, very safe, very stable pick there in the mid lane.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something a little bit safer than the Lux. The Lux is kind of safe, has ways to check bushes, but might want something a little bit different, maybe a little bit tankier. Um, but we're gonna go right back to the Lux. So
Maybe if they want tankier, they'll just pick Aftershock on Lux.
yeah, maybe. But both sides looking like pretty normal compositions, except for maybe the Misfortune. But gonna be a exciting one to see, since we don't have many late game powerhouses this game as we did last game.
The Misfortune, though, into the Braum doesn't seem that great. The shield seems pretty strong there. But 18K seemed pretty determined to just kind of run in there with the Leona, the Kled, the Olaf, and just kill you before you can react. With that Kled ulti, I think it's going to be pretty devastating.
The Olaf probably going to be very good into this enemy comp. Going to be able to just run through the Braum ult, the Sejuani ult, the Lux binding, and get where he wants to go, as long as he doesn't get blown up too fast.
Yeah, that is always the concern. If the Olaf falls behind, you can go down pretty quick. But the early game should be pretty important for these junglers, right? You have the Olaf. He can maybe get something happening early on. Sejuani, I feel like it's more about playing a bit defensively, trying to protect yourself and your laners here. But I'd assume more fighting the bot lane will occur between this Misfortune Leona, the Lucian Braum here. I would expect them to go at it like they did in game one. The CS advantages though were pretty extreme in game one, from Illumi and Char Sensei. So we'll see if that's repeated in this game here. With these different matchups, but we'll find out here in just a couple minutes. So, any closing words on these competitions before we take a quick break here before game two?
No, I just think it's going to be very exciting to see the differences between this game and the last game.
Yeah, no more Ghana Jungle, Resident Sleeper, unfortunately, but we still have a Kled in here. We still got some interesting stuff to go on here. Leona in the bot lane, so stick around here. We'll be in game two in just a couple seconds here. 18K up in the series, 1-0 here on the blue side. Waste Potential on the red side, and double TP this time. So should be some globals there, but stick around. We'll be back game two in just a couple minutes. Okay, so a couple pauses. But now we're ready to go here for game 2. Another invade, it looks like, from Waste Potential. This time they've got a Braum, and this time they're going in with a flash, but whoops. Once again, as Jung Tao will just start that E and hop away on his Scarl. And, yeah, now whoops is down a flash.
Yep, he's been trying to make the plays this in the last game, and they haven't really always come to fruition. So, seeing it again there.
Yeah, his heart's in the right place. His head's in the right. I don't know if you call his head's in the right place. His heart's in the right place. He's trying to make a big play for his team. He's doing his best, but the flash for Scarl Dash, I don't know if that's the best trade ever. But as long as he doesn't die in the next few minutes, no harm, no foul. We will have a level 1 fight here between Gobi and Jung Tao. But
pretty sure Poppy will be pretty happy about Kled having to start the E.
Yeah, for sure. I just don't know if it's worth a flash. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm sure for the top laner it's worth. For the support, I don't know if it's as much worth. But Gobi getting at. That's Scarl. That Kled once again with the grass proc. But don't think we're going to see too much crazy stuff in the top lane. Maybe the Kled getting a little aggressive, but I feel like Gobi can play relatively safe here. Being able to, stop the dashes and things like that should stop the all-ins there, but Char Sensei once again getting aggressive there in the mid lane, already taking some big trades here, and the top lane is continuing to fight.
Yeah, the Kled not having that Q, so his trades are a little lackluster at the moment, but it's 2 and goes in.
But the level 2, the trade's not going the way he wanted to. Already dismounted. Jung Tao gonna have to build up that courage once again, get that Scarl back. Now in the bot lane, here comes Leona going in, but the shield is huge from Braum. The Ignite coming down. They might find the kill. Whoop's gonna go down, but a trade of kills there. First Blood goes over to Leona, and the trade back to Braum actually getting the kill with the Ignite as well here. So both supports get the kills.
Yeah, and Braum not having that flash there and not able to get out of the turret, so going down there, so the flash topside making a little bit of a difference.
Oh, good Zenith blade there. It looks like Sabugi will find the kill onto Shiku. That was a really nice Zenith blade. Made sure it followed onto that Lucian. They find the kill there, so in the end, a delayed 2-for-1. Sabugi gonna get the kill here on this Olaf, gonna help him in the early game.
Yeah, the Lucian also holding on to his flash, so going down, but not expending that and possibly dying afterwards.
Yeah, probably would have gone down even with the flash there, because I'd assume the auto stun would have gone through, and he would have just looked silly. But yeah, probably the best option there. Andril gonna get to counter jungle the blue buff, it looks like, and he's just standing there right now. Maybe he's waiting for the Olaf. I don't know what he's doing, but good job by him to at least get something back.
Yeah, looking like a very good game for the Sejuani. Not really getting pressured in her own jungle, and just also getting buffs from the enemy jungler. So
as the whole top side to clear as well, I'm gonna grab this scuttle. The Olaf hasn't even grabbed the bottom side scuttle, and now he's gonna walk top side and see his buffs gone. So you're right, very good start for the Sejuani. The kill obviously went over. That's never good, but still, it's nice for her to get out of the first couple levels here and feel safe enough to move around the jungle. As the CS lead, starting to grow there in the mid lane. It's 33-23 at the moment. Not a Flame Horizon, but still meaningful at 4 minutes in. So good job by Char Sensei once again to get a lead there. The jungle, a little bit of advantage there for Sejuani. The top lane, a significant advantage here for Gobi. Jung Tao, he's doing his best to fight that Poppy, but already down a level, and the Poppy is trading pretty effectively up against that Kled.
Yeah, the Poppy has the...
Hold on, Gobi now in trouble. Jung Tao dismounted. The shotgun will knock him away. He's got the damage. One more, the shotgun kills. Solo kill from Jung Tao.
Very well played there from Jung Tao, really understanding how much damage the Poppy could actually put out without those corrupting pots available. So just pressuring that advantage, and the Poppy gonna TP back top. I don't know.
Gonna find the stun up against the wall. Jung Tao did remount, but he's gonna get dismounted here in a second. Now he's in trouble. The Conqueror procs. He's gonna throw the shotgun out, but cannot remount for the next couple seconds here, so gonna be a little bit vulnerable for the time being.
Yeah, but he still does have that TP, so he can back and get Scarl right back up and then TP and catch most of this wave that's about to crash.
Yep, we'll have to back here. So a trade of TPs in the end and the solo kill for Glad there as Whip's gonna go in. He finds the Winter's Bite here, but now the TP from the top of it. Jung Tao's going bot lane here, it looks like. Oh, actually, no, that's the Orianna. Char Sensei coming in. I didn't look at the mini-map. Shows why I died of ganks and solo queue, but there, yeah, TP used. Didn't really get anything for Char Sensei. Good disengage there from the bot lane. Whoops and Q gonna get out just fine.
Yeah, a lot of these TPs during laning phases haven't really added up to much, so another one there.
Now the gank from Endril is spotted out in the ward, but here he comes with red buff. The slow's coming through. Leona, one more auto, will find the stun, goes back in, but I think she's going to die in the end there. Shaku going to get the kill. Nicely handed off there from Endril, and whoops, as the shield will be raised on their retreat. Nicely done from the Sejuani. And successful gank there in the bot lane. Lucia getting his first kill.
Yeah, and that's just going to start this, Lucian snowball. Super early game ADC, and the Kled going to go in.
I've seen a lot of people started to build more for the later stages of the game on the Lucian. Boric still is the first item I've seen almost every game, but I've seen people going for Essence Weaver as opposed to Black Cleaver second. Gives you a bit more scaling, option on the Lucian. And up against Misfortune, who doesn't scale particularly well, I feel like that may be an option this game. But now we gotta play in the mid lane as Elixir in trouble here. Jung Tao with the ultimate. They will find the kill. Char Sensei with his first kill of this game. Jung Tao with another great roam. Well, I say another. He didn't actually do much on the Shen in last game. I just kind of assumed he would, but yeah, then I was thinking about like, oh wait, he got interrupted a bunch of times. But this time, on the Kled, he finds a great roam, and Char Sensei with a kill, and now a 20 CS lead.
Yeah, Char Sensei had a very nice ult there. I think the Lux flashes the ult. She probably lives, but flashes a little bit late and still ends up dying anyway.
Gobi will get some plates here. Looks like he's going to get 2 in total in the top lane here, so that's nice for him, but the Kled helping out the rest of the lanes. And Char Sensei was kind of the big force in game 1 that really propelled them to victory, so 18k I think are fine putting resources in the mid lane. And Poppy, not really the champion you think you're going to carry the game with. So I think you're fine right there. 69 to 49 in the mid lane here is a CS here. Bot lane, a 10 CS lead about for 18k as well. So they're continuing that trend from game 1 with significant CS leads there in both bot and mid.
Yeah, and I think one of the differences between this game and last game is on the side of wasted potential. There's not a lot of consistent damage output. You have the Lucian, but that's pretty much it. So a lot of these team fights are going to be based around.
Now we got to fight in bot lane here. Shaku going to get stunned up. Whip's going in here with a gank of the Sejuani. The ultimate, huge ultimate there from Endril. Will find the stun and Misfortune. She goes down, and now Leona will fall as well. Endril, will fall to the turret in the end. The Triumph, not enough. But in the end, Toons gets the kill on Leona, so not even 80k picking that one up as Elixir in trouble. Again, Char Sensei flashing in. One more auto will do it. Char Sensei with a solo kill in the mid lane. Now Gobi in trouble in the top side. They're going to go for the dive. Jung Tao coming in with that Olaf. So Woogie going to find the kill onto Gobi now in the top side. Gobi dies for the second time this game. But the bot lane, 3-1 on this Lucian right now. Shaku in a good spot here, despite the rest of the map not faring as well for waste potential.
Yeah, and the mid lane, pressing that lead once again, getting the big advantage that we saw last game as well.
Endril going in. He's looking for the last auto for the stun. Will find it. No ultimate available now. Flash already used here, so Endril's trying to make it happen, but Char Sensei fires back and will find the kill. This time the Sejuani is not successful on her gank. And another kill put over to Char Sensei. He's 3-0 now.
Yeah, Char Sensei's getting pretty huge again.
Final spark used by Elixir. Thought he spotted out where Char Sensei was going to back, but he just kept walking towards the Olaf, who was doing the Raptors at the time, and Elixir with a little bit of a whoops moment that time. And now you feel very, very confident, I think, as 18K once again. You know, game one was a real grind, a very close game, but you won because that the big plays from your mid laner. Obviously, the rest of the team, you know, put in their work as well, but Char Sensei was a big force in maintaining that gold parity that they had for the majority of the game with the CS leads and then the big plays in the late game here. So, see if you can do it once again here on the Orianna.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, we usually see Lucians go for the Bork, but we see Shaku opt into getting the Essence Reaver first. So gonna miss out on a lot of that early shred that'll help with the Leona.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit less damage, has a little bit of CER, a little bit of mana sustain here, but an interesting decision. Obviously, you know, speeds up that scaling, so that second and third item will be even more impactful. You know, as the crit comes through. But yeah, interesting decision there. So, Endrol trying for another gank here, but both junglers are bot side. Missed the cannon. Lane's over.
Yeah, Endril being very, very patient, wasting a lot of time here, but doesn't really have anything on the map, and gets spotted there on the ward.
Well, I think right now you look at the map and you see a ton of blue vision. You have a vision, you know, on the blue buff, on the red buff here, in the river. Just blue wards everywhere right now. 18K have established some great vision with your control wards so far. 4 on the map, I count right now.
Yeah, and the Sejuani going to be, you know, spotted going to the blue buff, so bot lane going to feel a little bit safer. They do have the Olaf around.
Braum absorbing a lot of damage here, but he's going to go down himself. Lumi finds the kill, and now here comes Jung Tao. We'll find the dash onto Shaku. He will fall. Jung Tao with the kill. And now the TP from Gobi. He's going to knock a few away, but the fight already lost here for waste potential. Endril coming in to try and salvage it, but I think it's a little bit too late. The ultimate will land onto Jung Tao. He'll get dismounted, but he's okay now. Endril now in trouble. He'll go down. Jung Tao with a second kill. He's charging forward. And now I think the dive might come through. Oh, huge shockwave. A 2-man shockwave. Elixir goes down as well. That's a triple kill for Jung Tao off the back of a nice shockwave by Char Sensei to close things out. 18K off to a great start here in game 2. I mean, talking about a gold parity, that is not the case this game. Almost 7K. A little over 6 now, actually. I'm rounding up significantly. But a 6K gold lead for 18K at just 13 minutes.
Yeah, 18K really coming back in this game and showing that they, you know, learned from last game. Jung Tao really allowed to roam a lot more effectively on this Kled, because you can't cancel the Kled ult like you can with the Shin. So he's able to just push that advantage super hard that he already got earlier in the game.
And some wards being cleared out here by Whoops, but yeah, the early game has not been their friend. Tower plating is going to fall here in a few minutes, so less gold to be picked up here for 18K, but that does mean the towers will fall a bit faster. And now they've already rotated that Misfortune up to the top side. I'd assume the Luna will join her in a moment. But you know, the towers are going to become quite a concern in the next couple of minutes here. Dealing with the Orianna and the Misfortune is going to be tricky.
Yeah, no reason for the bot lane to stay bot lane. They got the dragon, the Rift Herald's up, and they also got the turret, so no real objectives down there for them. The Kled gonna be happy just to eat waves and sit down there. Oh. And the Lucian's still gonna stay down there.
Lumi now in trouble here. The stun will come through from the Sejuani, and now in the wall, Poppy finds her stun. Leona in trouble. Here comes Sawugi in to join the fight. And looks like he's going to scream out Demacia and try and take down Endril. One more auto will do it. Gobi going to find the kill on Leona here, but now Suugi versus Gobi, I don't think he's going to win, but now Elixir coming in to help out. And now both Minos coming in to fight with their teammates, and that fight will fizzle out, but at least delaying the push from the bot lane is wasted potential. As Gobi in trouble, Suugi coming in, finds the axe, and I think we'll find the kill. One more axe will land. Gobi, I think you're dead, buddy. Flash away, actually. Oh! The knockback doesn't come quite fast enough. Gobi almost survives, but uses the flash and ultimate and still goes down there to Suugi.
Yeah, Gobi having a really tough time this game on that Poppy. And The Kled gonna defend this turret. Not really gonna be. Oh, and another pause. Cool.
Yeah, another pause. That's the life of a sugar-free league caster. It's pause after pause. We got a very, I think, a very scary composition right now from 18K. You know, look at all the shutdown gold just, you know, at the top side of the map right now. The Misfortunes 1 and 4, but look, the rest of the map 3-0 and 3, 4-0 and 2, 5-0 and 2. This top side of the map, I think, is what's going to carry them to victory. You know, throughout this game here, despite, you know, solid play, there's just been more resources put into the bot lane from Waste Potential, and right now the top side of the map is certainly suffering because of it. And you know, continued one-on-one advantages being gained there in the mid lane here. Char Sensei up 40 CS now. I don't know if we'll see a Flame Horizon, but he's certainly up quite a lot.
Yeah, the CS lead in mid lane is the only real big one. There's a small CS lead in the bot lane and about 8 CS lead in the top lane, but the Kled does have 4 kills over the Poppy and has been on the map a lot longer. I'm not sure the exact level of the Poppy, but I would assume Kled does have a level advantage.
Yeah, I believe last time I saw she was level 10 or level 9, so I believe she's down a level, but for some reason it doesn't show us her level when she's dead. I don't know if it's just because of the shame of being dead, but yeah, we'll see in a couple seconds here as we get the unpause. Char Sensei working on this turret here. A bit of damage going down, but not the mid lane are going to fall. And level 10. There you go. Gobi's level 10, so is the level advantage there. Flash in! Char Sensei is going to find the kill. Oh my goodness. There's another solo kill there in the mid lane. 4th kill for him in the game, and Rift Tail going to be taken by 18K at the same time. Game 1 was a nail biter, but I don't know if game 2 will be, as Char Sensei 1v1ing Endril once again. Whoops coming in. I don't think that he will survive. Shutdown come through. Whoops going to find it with the Winter's Bite. So they do finally kill that mid laner. Char Sensei going to fall, but game 2 looking real rough for Waste Potential after what was, like, I think it was such a close game in game 1. Game 2, it seems to be such a one-sided affair, so far at least.
Yeah, that 500 gold bounty from the Orianna. Gonna go over to the Braum. Not, you know, the person you want it to go over to, but gold is gold at the end of the day.
Yeah, the thing is there is, like, who do you really want it? Like, Sejuani or Braum? It's like, I guess Sejuani, but neither champion is really who you want to get that one there. Jung Tao now going to use the charge to run away. That is very, very much against the spirit of what Kled is about. Kind of disappointed in him there, but he will survive and holds on to his flash there. So, Endril Gobi not able to chain him down. Thanks to Skarl curling up into a little ball there. And hopping out, and now it looks like Waste Potential trying to get some damage on his mid lane turret, but Char Sensei's back, and I don't think they're going to get much done.
Yeah, the Orianna is super big right now. Has the Ludens completed and is working on that Morello. I'm not sure if the Orianna should really complete the Morello, but the Oblivion Orb is nice for the pen.
It's always an interesting question, right? Because, like, Oblivion Orb is such a good item, but Morello's, it's not inefficient, but it's just, like, not, like, you don't really want to spend 3K on that kind of item. But now we got the Rift Herald in the mid lane here. Endril's coming in from the side. We're going to have a team fight. Big damage here from Elixia. And now the Make It Rain is doing a lot. Whoops will block out most of the damage here. Char Sensei doing a lot of damage here, but the ball is not on. And now going in the backline, Jakku's going to have to flash away, and I think the team fight is lost for Wasted Potential. Whoops and Jakku will survive, but no one else. It's ends in the end, a 3-for-0. Everyone survives. And I don't think his inhibitor will.
Yeah, I think they're going to get this inhib and potentially a Nexus turret with this Rift Herald. It's going to get one more charge off.
A wave is coming in to reinforce, but it is not a cannon wave. Spike can be put on here by Jakku and Whoops, but in one Nexus Tower will fall. Suwuki, they're going to go for the end here. It's only 18 minutes in. Endril going in on a Suwuki. Jung Tao, he's about to remount. He will do so as they find the kill onto Whoops. Oh, big damage coming through here from Elixia, but he'll fall before he can secure a kill. Gobi giving chase here. Endril and Jakku backing him up, but they're not going to find any kills in the end. Gobi, he's still going for it. Nope. Will not reach them in time. 18K survive after taking a Nexus turret before 20 minutes. And now they're looking for the Ocean Dragon, and there's only 3 members on the map for Waste Potential.
Yeah, and an interesting thing about... actually, I'm going to hold on to that thought because we might see it fight.
Yeah, Entral's giving chase here. He hops over the wall, but he's way too late for the dragon. And no one is silly enough to back there, so 18K make it out just fine.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is taking an inhib this early in the game is not really, you know, that great because it means you're losing gold and XP while the opponent is gaining more gold and XP because that lane's always pushed in. So while you don't have to worry about it, you know, you're losing resources by taking that inhib.
Yeah, I think it's sort of it's obviously good, but it's like, you know, later on in the game, those resources can add up, right? Like, you definitely don't want to be a team giving up the inhib, but like, it's sort of that small edge of like, well, if they can stall out, then all of a sudden they're up a level or two over us, then like, those advantages can add up over time if you're able to repel that push, right? So, we'll see if they can do that. Right now, you got a Lux and Lucian for your wave clear. It's tough to deal with here. It looks like the Baron is gonna need to focus for both teams here as it's spawning at 20 minutes. You got an Orianna, no Azir this time, so taking Baron gonna be a little bit trickier and take a lot longer for 18K, but they're just gonna move, it looks like, through the lanes here in the bot lane Jung Tao and send the rest of the members up towards the top side.
Yeah, and I think everyone's going to be really late to respond to this Kled, so Kled's probably just going to get that bottom lane turret if he's allowed to just keep pushing.
Oh, good catch here! Oh, big play by Elixir. They find the shutdown onto Illumi. Now, oh, good ultimate onto Char Sensei, but oh, he gets a huge shockwave back. Char Sensei will survive here. Jung Tao comes in. He's going to go golden. Now he's going to look to find a pullback. Will not get it here, so it looks like it's a 1-for-1 so far. Mid laner for 80 carry. Big damage here on Shaku. Char Sensei is just putting so much damage through, but now Gobi gonna fall here as the rest of the members 18K charge onto him. Flash in from Char Sensei, but he didn't really do anything with it. I'm not sure what the plan was, but they still win the fight here. 18K look to be in a dominating win coming through for them in the next couple minutes, I think. And the minions already tearing down much of the base.
Yeah, they're TP coming in bot from the Orianna. Probably gonna get that turret, and they're gonna get this top turret as well. So doing a lot off of the pressure that they did have from the mid lane because Wasted Potential wasn't able to just back and then respond to one of those lanes. They had to clear out that mid lane so that their Nexus turret didn't go down. But looking towards the Baron here and just going to go ahead and start it up without clearing the vision. So Wasted Potential knows that this is going on. And
Angel is down 2 levels here, but there's no smite available for Salugi. And they're burning it down quite fast. Like, this is a little bit worrisome. There's a blast going to get in. Here comes the charge, though. They're getting off, and 80K is going for the fight. They find Gobi, and I think they're going to find the kill onto him. Whoops is into the back line. I don't know where he came from, but he's going to get shut down before he can do anything. And that's 2 for 0 here. They may just have been using the Baron for a beta. Now they're going to go for the end. There's only 1 Nexus tower left.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the end of the game. The Leona almost has her flashback up, so be able to catch out the Lucian. And the Olaf does have his flash up, so going to be able to get the kills that they need.
Well, a second inhib will certainly fall. Goal lead is over 10K. It's about 12 right now. Shockwave misses. Big miss from Char Sensei there. But they'll just back out after taking that second inhib now, and I don't feel like they're really forced to go for Baron. You know, like, they can continue to push with these inhibs, and, you know, get the mid lane inhib that's respawning right now, and I feel like you can constantly bait this Baron, but you're never forced into it. You know, I feel like this is a really tough situation to balance as the defending team, as Wasted Potential, because, you know, they can constantly threaten the Baron and never actually commit to it, because they can pressure the lanes if they want to. Like, this feels like a really tough, you know, position to be in, especially with the long-range engage from the Kled, with the charge, and just the ability for that team to charge onto you with the Leona, the Olaf. Seems very, very difficult to deal with here. So Wasted Potential have a lot on their hands if they're going to come back on this one.
Yeah, Wasted Potential can't give up the Baron, but they can't just, you know, sit back and do nothing. So
Yeah.
they always have to go in and stop it. And it's going to take a miracle fight for them to really be able to come back in this one.
Mountain's going to spawn in a few seconds here. Another good dragon for them, you know, if they want to take that one. So it'll take a couple seconds, but I think worth making the trip down there for 18k. As they will do that now. 25 to 90 kills, the gold lead, 12k. Warmog's completed for the Sejuani. You got Essence Favor and Rapid Fire. BF Sword on that Lucian. Just a single item here on the Lux, who is currently down about 70 minions right now. Elixia is no Flame Horizon yet, but he's getting there. 70 right now. So maybe if the game goes another 7-8 minutes, maybe 10, I think the Flame Horizon might come through. We'll see.
The Sejuani sitting in a very cheeky spot here to try to get this Baron steal.
Yeah, sitting at the enemy blue buff, she worked her way back in there, and now she might go for a steal, may go for a flank engage here. We'll see what she does. The charge is coming through from Kled. They're going on. They're making the play here onto Whoops. Gobi in the back line, but right now, Lucian's got to kite it out here as the Endril does come in with a big flank. And they're going to go down. Gobi and Endril. Well, Endril will make it out for now, but Whoops going to fall to Sawugi. Shaku is actually putting a lot of damage down. Sawugi doesn't find the kill onto Whoops here. He'll actually make it out alive. 3 members remain for Waste Potential, but I don't think they can survive 5 members here from 18k.
Yeah, the flank there from Endril almost working out, but the Olaf and the Kled just on the front or on the back line that entire time. And I believe we will see the game closed out here.
Nexus is open here. A lot of damage being put down, and the Nexus will fall. Game 2 is gonna go over here once again to 18k, taking a 2-0 series lead, putting Waste Potential on match point. It's been a really back and forth series in game 1. Game 2, though, it was all 18k, I think, for the 25 minutes that we had of that game. All right, with that, we'll be back in just a couple minutes here. Again, probably going to get quickly into Game 3, but we'll take a short break here, just a minute or two, and then we'll be back for Game 3. We'll see if 18k can cleanly sweep Waste Potential, so stick around for that, and we'll see you guys for that champion select. So please continue to watch, and I think, you know, Waste Potential have it in them to come back. It's just a matter of whether they can execute, shut down Char Sensei, and maybe make something happen, but yeah, they got a lot. It's a tall order, but Waste Potential are certainly up to the task if they, you know, are still have that mental toughness to get through that rough game too. Okay, welcome back to game number 3. This time around, Wave Potential has their intended roster. We got everyone here now. Pure Acid was fashionably late, we'll say, and he's now here and ready to play game number 3. So basically, he set himself up for the sweep. I think that was the kind of goal for Wave Potential. And now they got their normal jungler here, so things should go smoothly from now on. But they're once again going to be on that blue side here for game number 3. Both teams seem to prefer this side here. 18K will be on that red side. Bending away that Hecarim, the Yuumi, and the Morgana. So a slight adaptation now that Pure Acid is back. Bending away that Morgana, and obviously Morgana, bending away the Hecarim rather, and obviously that Morgana from game number 1. And on the other side, Wave Potential taking away that Nico, the Azir, the Kled. So a lot of adaptations from what we've seen so far in the series. So we get the Mordekaiser and then the Renekton response from Jungtao.
Yeah, no Kha'Zix ban on the side of 18K, which is kind of surprising. Because you were saying earlier how Pure Acid is kind of a Kha'Zix one trick.
Yeah, he was when he entered the league. He was definitely a Kha'Zix one trick, and he would just smash people. And then he started playing. Well, this was back in the Scuttle Crab meta when Jin Zhao was really good, and champions like that were just it was level 2 meta. And then he was also playing Jax. He started picking up Kayn, Hecarim, because of the recent how broken it was. He started playing more stuff basically, and he's really moved away from Kha'Zix, at least in this league anyway. But
Well,
as I say that,
is.
he's gonna pick up the Kha'Zix. He really hasn't been playing Kha'Zix very much recently. He's really ventured away from that. Played a lot of Kayn. So people actually started stop banning Kha'Zix against him, and he wouldn't even pick it. I remember I saw a series, a best of, I think they won 2-0, but they played 2 games. Kha'Zix wasn't banned in either game, and he didn't pick it in either game. It's very surprising, but now they haven't done it. You got to respect the Kha'Zix at least, and Pure Acid is going to make them pay, I think, here. At least intend to. They've also picked away that Moriana, so waste potential. I feel like with their full-fledged roster, the champions they want, I think they're looking good here, but we'll see if they can execute. Since he's been great so far, and another explosive game, I think, with the champions that have been picked so far.
Yeah, no MF first round pick, so we might see it potentially banned here, which would be kind of devastating for Illumi, since he is kind of a Misfortune one trick. And there it is.
In both these games, yeah, good prediction. We got the Misfortune ban here. We talked about it before we started the Champ Select. Misfortune, it's a ban that you can put down against Illumi, and like you said, what's he gonna do? I don't know if I'd go as far as to call him a one trick, but he's certainly a main, right? And now he's got to pick something else. This puts him in a really uncomfortable spot. Char Sensei is off the mages that he was on earlier with Azir and Orianna being picked away. So game number 3, 18K is forced off the normal stuff they've been playing so far this series, and they're in a completely new territory here now, as we get the Sivir and Thresh bans from them, and then the Misfortune, obviously, which we talked about, and Leona bans. So taking away that bot lane in the second phase here.
And looking to potentially take away the Lucian. So I think we'll probably see Jhin here. I can't imagine him picking much else. Potentially the Ezreal, but I think Jhin would be the most likely.
Still haven't picked up that support either, so could be another Braum. Ezreal will be the pickup up against this Lucian here. So Ezreal Braum, very classic duo. It's still available, so if they're willing to play the Braum game too, I don't see why you wouldn't play it here. But a lot less stuff to use the shield on. There's a lot more melee champions bearing down on you.
Yeah, I think something like a Tom Kench could potentially be utilized. But the Braum is going to be the pickup.
So the classic Ezreal Braum here up against the Lucian. And we'll see what they go for here. The Leona's been banned away. We had the Nami in game 1, which combos well with the Lucian, but I don't know if it's the greatest matchup here. And indeed, will not be the Nami. Will be the Nautilus instead. So I think difficult for Nautilus to find the engage, but the team fighting is going to be very, very strong. Once you're not engaging onto a Braum Ezreal, maybe you find that Orianna, the Mordekaiser, I think that's a bit better when you're not dealing with an Arcane Shift and a shield in your face.
Yeah, it's definitely the draft has changed drastically for both sides. Gonna see, hopefully something a little bit more interesting than a sweep, but it just depends on how well each team plays their comp. So
I think
uh,
you're definitely going to have a closer game than game two now that you have Pure Acid back in the lineup. Waste potential. I don't think is just going to roll over. They're gonna strike back here, especially with Pure Acids on the Kazakhs. I think that everyone is comfortable on their champions right now for waste potential. So I think game two is going to be much closer, or game three is going to be much closer than game two. But will we have a full-fledged series? I don't know yet. Char Sensei's been so good so far. Zheng Tao had an amazing game on the Kled. Now he's on another carry champion on the Renekton here. Um, so it's going to be an interesting game. I think a lot of fighting is going to take place once again, but we'll see. We'll see what they can do here. Excited this one. We got Pure Ass on the Kazakhs. That always makes for an exciting game in my experience. All right, with that, we'll take a quick break here. A couple minutes left on the spectator delay, but we'll be back here for game number 3. So stick around, and we'll be into that very, very shortly. And like we talked about, should be a pretty exciting one. Maybe we'll finish out the series here. 18K off to a big lead here, but now the Pure Acid back, who knows what happens. So sit tight, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so we had a really long pause, but now we're ready for game number 3. Like we said, Pure Acid back in the lineup here on that Dark Harvest Kha'Zix. And first 2 games, we had an invade from Waste Potential, but this time around it looks like the opposite will be true. The Nautilus coming through and 18k with the invade, but spotted out, the ward placed down, and everyone will get out just fine. Nothing to see here. Pure Acid going to throw down a ward. Continue spotted everyone. And yeah, nothing crazy. The invades really haven't resulted in much so far, and that will continue to be true here. So
Yeah, and Mordekaiser are going to go up and get a ward under that red buff. So, you know, working out in, or on the chickens, working out in favor of wasted potential.
the Kha'Zix will go ahead and get that Oracle Lens as well. He placed down his ward, so he went back to base and bought the Oracle Lens for the much shorter cooldown. But he'll actually be starting on the top side of the map. Pure Acid going to go ahead and start on the blue buff. So Woogie will do the same, but that'll put him on the bot side of the map. Get a leash from his bot lane here, so interesting as well. He starts on the blue buff, but he goes for this 100 Talisman. I've seen some people, when they start on blue buff as the Kha'Zix, they go for the machete, because there's much more single target camps up on the top side. But Jung Tao actually going to start a little bit of cheese in the top side. Start off with this stun, I believe, and takes a little bit of trade against Gobi, but ends up not coming out in great out of that one.
Yeah, Gobi kind of spotting that out fairly well, throwing the Q blind into the bush, I believe.
Yeah, and
so
the passive as well. Got that, the AoE damage swirling around. Took a pretty good trade up against Jung Tao there.
A lot of changes recently to Akali that make her a little bit more and not as safe to play. So you definitely have to play a little bit more precise with her.
Endril obviously in the mid lane here, so we'll see if Char Sensei has that same, dominating performance he did in the first 2 games. Now, he's on a much different champion now, on an assassin versus a mage here, as Gobi doing a good job to pull Jung Tao away, but now we may have an all-in. Level 3's reach for Jung Tao. Flash available for both those top laners, but now level 3, Pure Acid might look to gank now. Clear the entire top side. He's got red buffing, moving bot side, but was spotted out on a ward, so they will know he's here. And Sawugi making his way down.
Yeah, and the bot lane moving in to get vision onto the Kha'Zix.
Here comes the gank, though. Pure Acid, he's getting very low from the Ignite. Sawugi coming in. And Pure Acid going to have to flash away as Sawugi flashed. So a trade of flashes for the junglers here, and the bot lane going to exchange some damage, but in the end, no one falling.
Yeah, and both of the summoners going down on Nautilus, while the bot lane still have both of their flashes.
So, a 1-7 advantage there in the bot lane, and a flash trade for the junglers here. So Woogie, he's going to go ahead and looks like he's going to take that Rift Skylar, while Pure Acid going to make his way over to that Krugs and take those bad boys. But seems to be a pretty tame early game, overall, no kills yet. And in the mid lane, pretty much dead even in CS here. Slight advantage right now for Char Sensei, but I believe Endril has a few more minions to kill, so it should be relatively even here, especially considering the advantage he had in game 1. But now a gank in the mid lane, knock-up lands. Endril, the flash available, but he's just going to die. After even flash knock-up, knew he was dead and decides to just hold on to it. Char Sensei going to pick up that kill and may now have another big performance. As you get a fight in the top side, Jung Tao and Gobi going at it. Gobi rather low. The Conquer does proc from him, though. And both top laners in pretty low on health there. And a bit of a dire situation for both those guys. It could be, flip of a coin who wins that one.
Yeah, the recent, Renekton changes to allow him to just destroy shields.
Oh, flash in. Jung Tao going to find the kill with the stun. Jung Tao uses the flash, and Gobi not quite quick enough there. Solo kill on the top side.
Yeah, very well done from Jung Tao. He has shown a lot more on these carry-style top laners, and not as much on, the Shen earlier. So it's nice to see him finding something that's working for him in these series.
Got that BF sword already. It's going to be tough lane for Gobi from now on. Mid lane very close in CS right now. Again, first 2 games dominated by Char Sensei, especially just in the CS department. Slight lead here in the bot lane and the top lane, but the mid lane very, very close here. So that's very nice. A very good sign for Waste Potential despite that early kill. And the Ezreal, he'll be safe. He'll farm up. He'll be ready on those 2 items eventually, despite being down a little bit here.
Yeah, and the TP advantage on the side of 18K. You see a fight here in the top side, but Renekton not wanting to have any of it.
He does not have that level 6 quite yet, and Gobi was doing quite a bit of damage there. It's a good shift away from Q. It's going to absorb a lot of the damage here, but now we got to play in the mid lane. Hop in. Level 6 is available. The ultimate for the Kali, and she'll just hop out. Not going to try and make a big outplay there with the ultimate. Just going to play safe here and back out. And so Chao now with the level 6 becomes a very, very scary champion. The all-in from him, very, very tough to deal with. Pure Acid invades. He's got the wolves in his sights, but the hook will land now from the knowledge rotating down, and oh, there comes the Jarvan. Gonna pick up a kill there. Very nice rotation, well communicated, and 18K finds a kill on the enemy jungler. Pure Acid going down. Now Shockwave flash away. Char Sensei, he's looking for the all-in flash away from Entril, but it's just a matter of time before Char Sensei runs him down. He will find the solo kill there.
Yeah, just both players on Wasted Potential getting a little bit too aggressive with their positioning. The Orianna just kind of stepping up too far, whipping the ultimate as well. And the Kha'Zix going for a very greedy invade when his bot lane has never had any form of priority.
Well, I don't think it was a whiff on the ultimate so much that time. It was a great flash from Shark Sensei, to get out of that, because a Shockwave was on target there. Certainly Shockwaves have been missed in this series, but I think that one was on target, just a good flash. And, Entril, like you said, up too far. The ultimate couldn't bail him out after a good dodge there from Char Sensei. Now Jung Tao coming in. We'll find another stun on the Gobi. The pullback will get some damage, but Gobi continue to lose these trades with that item disadvantage at the moment.
Yeah, the BF sword, so he's probably going for the Spear of Shojin, which is fairly popular on Renekton. It just allows him to be that much more of a force to reckon with when his ult's up.
So scary with the ultimate. It's like it feels like impossible to kill him, and impossible to get away from it. It just feels impossible to deal with him at some times. If he's ahead or even. But now a gank in the bot lane. Samugi coming in to catch with him, but both Ezreal and the Braum hop out of that one. And now here comes Char Sensei. The TP coming through. Exhaust is used, and Char Sensei is in big trouble in the backline there. He'll go down, I think. Pure Acid coming through. You'll get him eventually, right? Void Spike?
Probably.
Oh, actually, not enough damage. The Void Spike doesn't do it, but Entril comes in with the ball, and they finally kill anyway. Waste Bench will finally find the kill on a Char Sensei, and the bot lane survives despite having to use a few summoner spells there.
Yeah, and the TP being used there from Char Sensei, so not going to have that one up for a while. No TPs up on the map. Entril is going to be the first one to come up, but probably won't be seeing any TPs soon.
It seems unlikely. Wasted Potential. Gonna pick up this dragon as well here, so another Ocean. They had 3 in game 1, and we'll pick up 1 here in game 2. Will be the Q evolve first here for Pure Acid. Usually you see the Q evolve first, and then Pure Acid likes to go E evolve second, I've noticed. W evolve is a bit more versatile, but E, for those resets in the team fights and just picking people off and getting out of there, very, very good as well. But yeah, all the evolutions I think have their merit at this point. I feel like all the evolutions are pretty balanced now. You used to have the R was just so broken for a long time, but now I feel like all the evolutions have are viable to some extent.
Yeah, the R nerf was pretty big for Kha'Zix, but it was needed to sort of balance him a little bit better.
Yeah, Kha'Zix definitely does not feel as strong nowadays, but he still feels pretty solid, especially if you get a lead on him. You can still delete people pretty fast. So you don't have that permanent visibility, but you still have a pretty strong kit overall, I think. And
yeah,
we'll see Pure Acid can do.
Yeah, I think there's been a pretty big problem with Riot allowing champions to have high damage and also be super slippery.
That's always, I think, just a problem in general for MOBAs, because assassins, they need to have mobility and damage, right? Because you have one or the other, then it's like, and you're a melee champion like Kha'Zix or Akali is, it's like, well, I got a lot of damage, but I can't really get to anyone. And then the reverse is true. It's like, well, I can run around everyone, but I can't really do anything because I don't have CC and I can't kill anyone. So what do I do? And so it's like, you got to balance those two things. But now, hold that thought. We've got a bit of a fight in the bot lane. Ultimate going to come down and find the knock of Ezreal. Going to shift away. He's got the Ignite on him. TP coming through. It's going to be Endril coming in. He's got Ultimate. Not going to use the shockwave just yet. The Roam is coming down from Charsense. But in the top lane, Jung Tao and Pure Acid going at it. Pure Acid finds the kill there. Now back into the bot lane. Charsense in the Shroud. He's looking for the kill. Two. Can't get out. The Cataclysm comes down. Charsense finds one kill there onto the Braum. Now Endril in trouble. He'll fall. This time, so Woogie will get the kill. Ezreal gets out, but his friend's not so lucky.
Yeah, these TPs not really working out for either side. Both of them in this game have resulted in the death of the person using the TP. So, definitely wanting to clean that up as the game progresses.
You certainly would like to. Rift Trail is going to be traded, though, for this tower in the bot lane. It looks like the first tower over to 18k, but the Rift Trail will be gained back. And I think some gold. The plagues are still up for another 2 minutes, so maybe you can get some plating there, plating gold as well. And getting that kill into Kha'Zix is very nice to keep him in this game. But so right now, the Jarvan 2-0-2. He's opting for that tank build, though. He's got the Cinder Hulk right now. But Gunblade completed now for the Akali Spear of Shojin. Very strong item completions right now. Jung Tao going to go in on to Gobi. No ultimate available right now. And Gobi, I think, might just win this 1v1 here, as he has a big item breakpoint as well, looking at that Rylai's Crystal Scepter there. And he's going to end up finding the 1v1, the solo kill onto the Renekton.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem with Renekton. He has a really strong, 1 through 6, but there are champions that kind of like Mordekaiser who will just stat check you.
Here comes the Shockwave. They find it on Charsense. Whoops, gonna miss that Winter's Bite. Looks like Charsense will be okay. And so will Gobi in the top lane, gonna dodge out on that Nautilus gank.
Yeah, so
now,
things
here comes Pure Acid onto Charsense, but he gets knocked up by Suwugi. Pure Acid, though, putting a lot of damage on. The Dark Harvest proc does a lot. Pure Acid going to use the ultimate stealth to get out of there, and looks like we'll have a disengage here. Jung Tao TP down, but doesn't actually find anything in the end.
Yeah, these TPs not really working out, as I was saying before.
Whoa, hold on. Illumi went for Black Cleaver first on Lucian. I have not seen this before.
Yeah, definitely very weird.
As Endrill's got a flash in the mid lane here. Charsense is getting the solo kill there on the Akali. And now Gobi walking into Jung Tao. He's actually up 2 levels, though, so I think Jung Tao may want to back out of that one. But yeah, Black Cleaver Lucian, don't see this too often, as Shaku gonna shift away. But oh, the hook comes through. And I think that's a dead Ezreal. Good job by the dual bot lane there. And now Catherine will come through, but whoops, lol. And Pure Acid are going to end up finding the 2v2 there. Pure Acid now has 3 kills, but the turret going to fall in the top lane.
Yeah, nice pickups there for the Kha'Zix. This Kha'Zix getting kind of big. It's 3-1 currently at the moment. And getting the kill onto Charsense is very nice for the Kha'Zix. Going to allow him to get a few more items.
Jung Tao and Gobi gonna go at it here. Jung Tao, though, he's gonna pop the ultimate and get smacked down by Gobi and Pure Acid. Gobi ends up getting the kill, though, and now the Rift Trail gonna be summoned in the mid lane, which was picked up earlier on, and now Wade's potential feel like in a much better position here. If they can get this mid lane tower, that'd be a big pickup for them. Already half health down with the Rift Trail charge. 4 members here to knock it down, and just the Akali here to defend. and she can't really do much as a melee champion mostly.
Yeah, that TP coming through, and again, just flopping. She would have got there at the same time.
Breaking out here, the Death Realm. Looks like Gobi may find the kill. Nope, he will not. So Wookie gonna end up going out as Toons picks up the kill onto Gobi. Char, Sensei going into the backline. Endril down 2 levels. He's in big trouble. Pure Acid trying to kite this fight away, but he's got nothing here. No level 11 evolution here. And now Toons, here comes Shaku. Will not find the damage he needs onto him. And a big pickup. 2 kills there, but they do get the turret for Warrior's potential there. So I think both sides are okay with that. Maybe the Dragon will be picked up here.
Yeah, Mordekaiser not pressing his tab and seeing that Jarvan had that QSS. And so ulting him, but it not really doing anything. The QSS is 1,300 gold, but you know the price isn't too high.
It's the Malzahar thing where it's like, yeah, you pay 1,300 gold to cleanse that ultimate, but it's like it's kind of worth it because if you don't, you die. So it's kind of a thing with that. And with the Jarvan, he's got a lot of gold so far in this game. You can kind of afford to pay that, tax, if you will, against that Mordekaiser here because he's a tank anyway. Like he's not in urgent need of building something else right now. So I think it's like fine to do, but. Yeah, pretty big that fight, and like you said, should have pressed tab there. Gobi should have maybe done that before that fight went down, but is tricky when they're coming out of base.
And the Lucian now going for the Black Cleaver has the Bilgewater Cutlass in his inventory.
Weird build order there, but works nonetheless.
He's figuring it out.
He got there eventually.
Yeah, in about 3 minutes you won't be able to tell.
He'll just have to watch the VOD to tell he made a mistake. Well, mistake. I mean, I guess is how you innovate with builds, is you experiment.
Yeah, he's 104. He's doing it.
I don't know if this is the build, but hey, experiment all you want, buddy.
Some weird shenanigans here by both of the solo laners.
Yeah, a bit of rush camping from both sides. And now Gobi's still up a level here. Gonna throw him into that Death Realm, but Jung Tao is up to the task. It looks like he wants to fight Gobi, and now this fight isn't very fair. Gobi is gonna get flanked here by Char Sensei. He's actually gonna find the solo kill, but Char Sensei gonna clean things up here. Now on the top lane, wave potential. Shockwave finds 2 from Endril. The bot laner's in trouble now. Flash in, Endril. Pure Acid is gonna find the kill onto Illumi, but now Shaku's gotta kite away here from Sawugi. Whoops. Lol, he might find his Winter's Bite, will he? Sawugi is pretty scary here. Shaku's trying to stay pretty far back here. 1 stack is going to be put down. The 1 more for the stun. Shaku going to flash or shift forward. So we're actually going to cleanse that. And now Pure Acid, he's moving in. It's taken a really long time to find this kill, but Pure Acid in the end will get it with the last auto. And well done by wasted potential. They end up winning that fight in the top side and take a 1-for-1 in the bot side.
Yeah, very, very good there for wasted potential. Able to get those kills and trade fairly well.
Endril also went for this tier item first here, the Archangels in the mid lane, which was a thing when the big AP item changes came through, but recently it's all been Lumen's Echoes first. So kind of interesting, but now Pure Acid in trouble. Shaku is here as well. I don't know if they can turn this one around. He's going to hop back out. The leap on cooldown. The ultimate going to be used. I think they're dead, though. Actually, good slow here, actually, from Pure Acid. Important he evolved that W here, which he usually doesn't. And now flashes away, but I think they're dead regardless. Char Sensei with the flank, and eventually they will find the kill. Shut down for Jung Tao, and a kill for Illumi. And I think this turret may go down here. Nope, no minion wave, so they will not be able to take it. Gonna move to the mid lane instead.
Yeah, just a little bit of an overstay there from Pure Acid. I think Shuku could have made it out if he finished his recall.
Yeah, I think he tried to stay to help out his teammate. Maybe he thought he could take the fight, and so his mindset was like, all right, I better stay and help him out. And then it was like, oh, well, I should have let him die.
Yeah. And the Archangels thing, I think it's weird, but it sort of makes sense because the Orianna will get that extra shield into the Sakali Assassin and won't have to itemize against that and can just go the Archangels and be content with having that protection.
Gobi TP's in, but his team's not really here with him. The Death Realm will be used here on the Tunes, but now Charsensei in the backline. Shaku and Furasa will combine to kill him, and now Sawugi will go down as well. So already 2 members picked off as Gobi finds a kill onto Tunes, taking him into Death Realm and putting him there permanently. Now Gobi gonna throw down the hammer onto Illumi, the slow from Wyleyes, allowing him to survive for a little bit longer. Whoops, gonna chase him down as Furasa tried to cut him off on the other way, and now looks like Illumi will fall in the end. He's slowed up. One more auto will do it. The stun comes through, and they should find the kill. And now Wasted Potential are looking for the Baron.
Yeah, very botched fight there for the side of 18K. The Mordekaiser just living super long on the backline, keeping everyone sort of around him.
Oh, hold on. Here comes Jung Tao. Charsensei as well. Baron at 15,000. 1,500 rather. Right. Oh, they stole the Baron! Jung Tao stole the Baron. Charsensei's here. He's looking for a kill. We'll find the kill on the Akira. The Ezreal going down. And oh my goodness, the Shuriken flip may get him out. He's in the Shroud once again. Going on to Gobi. The shield comes through from the Orianna. Oh my god, just barely survives. Charsensei will get 1 kill. Will he get another? It doesn't look like it. He'll go down in the end. But Baron stolen from Jung Tao. Your ass is not able to secure. I don't know if Smite was on cooldown, but either way, he wasn't able to get it. Huge steal from Thornecton. And now they're right back in this game. You thought maybe, oh, big Baron play, but now 4K gold, right, is the lead. They've got Baron, and I think that 18K look to be in a situation where you feel pretty confident. Sure, their Renekton's a little bit behind, but the Akali's super strong. Now you have a 2-item spiking Lucian, a little bit of a weird order, but he's got him now. The Jarvan's very, very tanky. It's hard to kill him. And now you've got a Mountain Dragon that almost was stolen by an Ezreal.
Yeah, the Smite was up in that Baron fight.
I didn't even look at it because I thought it was just like guaranteed theirs, and then all of a sudden the contest came through, and I was like, hold on a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Smite came down onto the Renekton and not onto the Baron.
A little bit of misclick there. The Renekton is kind of fat. He's been eating too many donuts recently, like me, and helped him out there.
Where's our Officer Renekton?
That would be a good skin. Wait, there's Officer Volibear, right? I think that's the one. Gobi and Jung Tao now fighting in the bot lane. Gobi is up a level once again. Into the Death Realm they go. And I think Jung Tao is in trouble. Flashes away. He will die regardless. Now Gobi in trouble himself, though. There's 3 members here to corral him. And Cataclysm used. And he's going to die eventually, right? I think. Here comes the culling, and down he'll go. Illumi finds the kill. 1-for-1 trade, but now they will have to call. Okay, Zhonya is used. And ultimate used by Whoops. They're actually going in on the Akali. She's out of the Shroud. Flash forward. The slow's coming through. Charsensei will find the kill in the end. The Zone uses the 200 IQ bait. Charsensei will find the kill onto Whoops.
Yeah, but the side of Wasted Potential wasting a lot of this Baron and not really allowing 18K to do much with it.
Yeah, you're right. They've delayed significantly on this Baron. There's only a little bit of time left on it. No dragon to take now after the first one was killed, so maybe they'll get the inner for sure, but I don't know if they'll get this inhibitor tower. And they're just going to back off, it looks like. 17 to 17 in kills, but a 4K gold lead for 18K right now. The scaling is kind of interesting to talk about, right? Because Lucian, Ezreal, not the best scaling 80 carries. So we'll see how that works out in the end. But, the Akali's on 9 kills, the Kha'Zix's on 8. The Assassins are very strong right now.
Yeah, and I think the Akali does have a little bit more scaling than the Kha'Zix, but then there's also the Mordekaiser, who's just going to be massive and putting out so much damage if he gets on that backline. That
is a tricky part, though. Mordekaiser just pulls a little bit delayed. You have a double dash from the Akali, the Lucian. The Jarvan and Renekton want to be in there anyway, and so does the Nautilus, so I think the Mordekaiser can be very, very difficult to deal with here, but it's not like you're against an immobile AD carry. Like, not like you're running down an Ashe or anything here, so Getting onto the backline is going to be a little bit trickier than I think some games are. But we'll see what he can do. Once he gets there, he will be devastated for sure with that mace. But here comes Hyper Acid. He might face check this brush. Okay. Luckily throws the W in there and will not go down here. Char Sensei going in on a Pure Acid, but they're both going to go invisible here. Pure Acid going to get a little bit of damage, but hops back in. Here comes Yoriana. The Shockwave will allow him to win that, but on the other side, Yezreal goes down. Now Whoops in trouble here. He's going to hop back to Yoriana. We'll eat that hook from Toons. Whoops will make it out okay. 1-for-1 trade so far. But ult already used from Endril here. No Shockwave crucially in this fight. Gobi, though, has now joined, and this may turn the tide. Gobi going to put that Lucian into the Death Realm, it looks like, and he may find this 1v1. Kiting is Illumi, flashes away, but he's into the... Oh my goodness. He flashed into the enemy team when he came out of the Death Realm. Down he goes, and a pause.
Yeah, that Death Realm, you were saying, like, how mobile this entire team is, but once you get trapped inside of that Death Realm, there's really nowhere to run to. So it's...
You just
kind
run
of
in
the
circles until you die.
Yep. Or until, you come out of the Death Realm and flash into the enemy team and die. So there's that option too.
So I gonna move over to the intermission screen real quick and try and ascertain what the deal is. I think we have another DC. Oh, we're actually unpausing. Never mind.
Yeah, it was a DC from the Kali.
Okay, we're back. And gold lead 3K right now. Not a massive one, but still in favor of 18K. The Baron will spawn another minute. We got a Dragon another minute as well. This objective is actually synced up, I think, almost perfectly. So those will be the next big things on the map. Until then, a little bit of ward placement, and then we'll have, I assume, another game-defining fight. We got 3 items on the Akali, 2 on the Orianna right now, which does have a 10-stack Dark Seal. So Mordekai's looking towards that Zhonya soon, but he does have a stopwatch for now. He, the Ezreal on 2.5 items. Same thing for Illumi here, but QSSs for both Suugi and Illumi right now to get out of that Death Realm.
Yeah, this Mountain Drake will be the second one of the game, so the side of Wasted Potential trying to deny it from 18K so that they don't have that double Mountain Drake. But they would also like it for themselves to have, the buff damage to objectives.
Yeah, so few words being placed down. The Dragon going to be started up here by 18K. The jungler is not here quite yet. Suugi is walking over towards that Baron. It looks like Waste Potential has started it up. They're looking to take this thing before the fight can even break out. They have no mountain themselves, so we'll take a while here. Flashing in, Shaku is in trouble now. Char Sensei is going to kill him. And that's a big pickoff here now. 3 members on Baron now. Purass going over the wall on a Suugi. He's going to get dunked with the Cataclysm. He's going to go into stealth, and we'll find the kill on a Suugi in the end. Flashes out the Cataclysm. We'll find some damage here, but Gobi TPing in. They find Char Sensei. Gobi now looks like he's going to be a one-man wrecking crew here. He's got to deal with many members here into Death Realm. He finds the kill on a Char Sensei. Now Gobi, though, not able to get that shield. Oh, big flash in. Jung Tao going to find the kill. And now Endril and Pure Acid on the run. They're the only members left for Wasted Potential. Jung Tao almost goes down. Pure Acid hops away from Illumi, but I think he's going to get chased down big slow. And he will actually survive, so Pure Acid and Endril make it out of this one. As they're actually going to go back in, Endril trying to find the damage here, but Illumi, the hook will land from Toons, but Illumi goes down. Pure Acid hops back in. They find the kill, double kill for Endril, and Pure Acid and Endril somehow come out on top in that one.
Yeah, just, the side of 18K being a little over aggressive, thinking that they are healthy enough to take these fights. But, probably should have just gone and taken the Mountain Drake and, taken the objective that was pretty much free. But I believe the Mountain Drake will now go over to the side of Wasted Potential as 18K are going to be on the back foot.
So Mountain Dragon should go over here to Wasted Potential. Jung Tao, I don't think he's going to steal another objective away. They will not Mountain Dragon over. So we're dead even in Drakes. You know, Mountain and Ocean to Mountain and Ocean here. Gold lead's only 3K. It looks like we're having a similar situation to Game 1 where things are pretty much dead even. There's really no advantage. You know, obviously some champions are advantaged over one another, you know, like in terms of gold income, you know, between positions. But for the most part, you know, between the teams, it's very, very close here. 23 to 21 in kills as well. So this game can go either way right now. We're crusting the 30-minute mark in just a couple seconds here, and we have really not found an advantage for either side here. So now we start getting to the point where it's like, what happens in the late game? You know, like, what can they do? Ezreal, you know, a lot of poke in the late game, but then there's an Ocean on the enemy side. Char Sensei is very strong right now. So is Pure Acid, but do they fall off? It's like these complicated questions you got to answer in the late game, and we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, and there's 3 QSSs on the side of 18K, so this gold lead is probably not, you know, as big as it looks. It's probably about equal in terms of...
I think the QSSs actually put them behind if you add it all up. So it's like a tiny bit behind, but they're a couple hundred gold if you added the QSSs in terms of, you know, the gold overall. But really, I think that what you can take out of that is it's pretty much dead even overall between, you know, the QSS cost, throw in the consumables that everyone has put down, and control wards and potions. You know, like, it's really pretty even here, and there's really nothing separating these guys at the moment. You know, literally the Drakes are even, so you can't get closer than this, I don't think, really.
Yeah, and it's just gonna depend on which team gets, you know, catches one of the other opponents out in rotation. Because they're just going to be playing Division War for probably a good amount of time. The Kazakhs stepping a little bit far up, but
there's no ward spawning him right now. Toon's walking into the space, checking it. Poorly put down though, they'll back off. And you know, with the nerfs to vision overall, you know, these situations get even more tricky. Walking around, there's just less vision on the map. You know, less control wards, less you know, regular, you know, vision wards here. Guardian Angel though is on the Kazakhs, so that's a big thing right now for any big fights. But now Angel's gonna have to use Shockwave. Defensively, Char Sensei still finds the kill in the side lane. Big solo kill for Char Sensei, and that may have just opened up the game for them. Now Pure though is gonna go in on Salugi. They find a lot of damage on the stone plate, buying a lot of time. The QSS flashes out. Young Tao goes in. He's gonna find a lot of damage on a Whoop, but now he's in trouble himself. Stopwatch gonna come down the Cataclysm as well. They're finding a lot of time. Jungtao now dashing out. Here comes the Lumi. He's gonna find a lot of damage here, and Pure Acid goes into the stasis from the Guardian Angel, and I think he's gonna go down out of this one. He's gonna find a lot of damage on Jungtao. Just barely. Oh no, they will trade. Jungtao goes down, but a Lumi flashing on a Shaku. He will flash away. Trade of flashes for the 80 carries there, but in the end, only 2 members surviving. Gobi is alive, but it's just him and Shaku left. And Char Sensei is pushing the wave in the bot side.
Yeah, a very good pick there from Char Sensei. But, you know, the side of wasted potential going in onto the Jarvan, I believe. And getting those trades and really stopping a potential Baron from the side of 18K.
Yeah, it's big, but they do have the option of securing some vision control now. They don't have a lot of vision left in their inventories, but they do have some. So maybe they can clear out some vision, get the control wards down on the Baron, and look to secure that, you know, control of that river here. As they will, you know, clear a few control wards and move back out here, but now we're sort of reset, and pretty much the same situation. Obviously, that you a couple of kills here and there, and the Guardian Angel proccing is big, but we're kind of back in the situation we were in like 2 minutes ago. You know, before Char Sensei found that pick, we, you know, back into Division Wars around the Baron. We have a dragon spawning soon, but you know, once again, we find ourselves in the same spot.
Yeah, and it's gonna be another Mountain Drake, so getting this will make your potential to do Baron, your threat, just so much higher, having those 2 mountains instead of 1.
So, Mountain will spawn, 25 to 24 in kills. Pure Acid has all 3 evolutions that he can get in this game. Q, W, and E all evolved, just are not evolved at this stage in the game. Death Cap completed for Enzo, that's huge. Death Cap almost ready for Char Sensei, but He's actually almost an entire item ahead right now. Char Sensei, though, he's popped the Shroud. He's going into the backline. We'll hop back out now. Here he comes back, and big damage on Shaku. He finds Kill. Pure Acid. He's trying to fire back, but he gets stunned up. Shockwave finds 2, but Engel's got a flash out. So does Pure Acid. I think this may be the fight. Waste Potential in trouble. Gobi coming in, but he's so late to reinforce. Double kill for Illumi. Death Realm on to Jung Tao. And it looks like he will go down. And there he will. Gobi gonna now fire back on a Sawugi, but it's 3 versus 1. I don't think Gobi can kill them all. And now he'll just back and try and save this inhibitor, but I don't think he will be able to.
Yeah, very good fight there, and very good skill there on the Akali from Char Sensei, really showing his mastery of this champion and knowing exactly how much he can do and what he can do to get those picks.
I mean, that was a huge play from him there. Really big damage in the backline, and then the team followed up and cleaned everything up there. Gobi was late to the fight, just wasn't with his team, and a great engage. And now they're going to get the mountain for themselves, an inhibitor, and now you feel certainly advantaged if you are them, I think, at this stage. And a hugely death cat completed for Char Sensei as well here, so he's now a full item up in the mid lane there up against Endrol. You know, no Flame Horizon this game. Only up about 20 CS, but the 12 kills certainly makes for a lot of gold.
Yeah, Char Sensei has been playing phenomenally in every game this set.
I think it's kind of a shame we didn't get to see a full series of Wasted Potential with their full roster. You know, if we had Pure Acid for all these games so far, like maybe this series, like I think this legitimately could have been a 5-game series. You know, like I have no idea if it will end now. I don't want to count them out yet, but it's certainly, you know, looking grim for them. But this would have been a great series. But now, here's the play. Char Sensei into the backline once again. He finds Endrol. There's the damage. He's found the kill. Pure Acid now in trouble. They're pulling onto him. No jump anymore. He's got no charge of the ultimate either. He will find the kill in the end. Char Sensei ends up training himself. But Gobi and 2v1 in the backside. Tunes and Jung Tao going at it against him. He's going to find the Death Realm here onto Jung Tao, but he's got the Guardian Angel on the other side, though the Chasm goes down, but Tsuwuki's actually the one backing out of that one. Whoops, now going to fall. I think he'll actually use to keep him alive for a little bit longer. We will go down to auto from Lumi. 2 will dodge out on the hook from Tunes, and they will kite this one out here. 3 members left alive for both sides, or actually 4 versus 3 now, favoring 18 pace. Pure Acid actually going to find the kill on a Tsuwuki, make that a 3v3. Gobi now in trouble. Shaku finds the kill onto Jung Tao and Illumi, and Tunes have to run away, but the minions are doing the work in the base. Looks like one Nexus Tower will fall here, a second one under fire. And I don't know if they can start the Baron, but it looks like they're going to waste a potential. They're getting aggressive on it, but I think they kind of have to with the minions knocking on their door right now. Illumi and Tunes are here. Ultimates are available for Illumi. He's going to use the culling now onto Gobi. He's going to tank the damage here. And I think that Baron will go over. Oh, 200 health, but this time Pure Acid does smite it and secure it. Pure Acid, he's looking on for Illumi. He's going to go in. He's going to find a lot of damage. Ezreal, oh my goodness, that procs the Guardian Angel here. Pure Acid going to get knocked up by Tunes, but now the revive comes through from Illumi. One more Q will do it. Actually finds it with the missiles coming out there, and it will hop into the brush, finds Tunes, the slow coming down the Dark Harvest proc, but will not find the kill. Tunes gets away with the Blast Cone there. And a chaotic one, but in the end, Waste Potential find the Baron here. They lose a Nexus Tower entirely and almost lose the second one, but they get the Baron in the end. 15 kills for Pure Acid, 13 for Char Sensei. Trying to put their teams on their backs, do some crazy stuff here. But it has been a grind fest so far, and now we'll see what they can do with the Baron. Waste Potential, they got the first one stolen, but now they've got the second one. We'll see.
Yeah, and this gold lead has shrunken massively. It's down to about 1k, and that's not including all of the QSSs on the side of 18k.
Yeah, Wasted Potential. Firing back here after the first 2 games in the series, losing both of those, but they looked, you know, despite having a few stumbles here and there in this game as well, it looked like they've still got a really good shot at this one. They've got to deal with Char Sensei. He's still very, very scary, but if they can stop him, like, I don't really know where the damage is going to come from. Illumi's doing a decent amount, but he's got an Essence Reaver, no Infinity Edge yet. Like, he doesn't really have a big build coming together for him, so I think it's all on Char Sensei to try and kill some important members of Wasted Potential.
Yeah, and this Renekton doesn't really feel as scary as it was looking to be early in the game. He's definitely fallen off considerably, unlike this
Pure
Mordekaiser
Acid
who's
and Char
just...
Sensei are going to go at it, looks like. Pure Acid giving chase here to Char Sensei. He's going to use Void Assault now. Char Sensei going to use that Shroud. In the meantime, there has been a siege going on in the mid lane. And Pure Acid is going to force Char Sensei all the way back to his inner turret there in the top lane. So we going in with the catch. Jung Tao, he's used the ultimate. He's going for the backline. Flashed in, finds stun on Andrel. Andrel uses the zone. He's here, but whoops. Absorbing a lot of damage in the front line to keep his team alive. Gobi charging in the backline, though. So Luki getting very low. Gobi, he's not able to get everyone on the backline, but Pure Acid now finding will miss a Lumi's slow there. Now Char Sensei in the Shroud. He's trying to dodge out, but he's 1v4. One more auto will stun him up, and there he goes. Down he goes, and now wasted potential. May actually look to take this one. Pure Acid goes into the will revive now, and now hops in a reset. Pure Acid finds the kills. That's an ace, and that should be the game here. Quadra kill for Pure Acid. And he comes back, missing from the first two games of Pure Acid. 19 kills will secure the Game 3 win here for Wasted Potential. What a series we have on our hands. I thought it was over for a second there, but we're going to be going to a Game 4, and the Wasted Potential are still in this one. Unbelievable stuff so far. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here for game number 4 in just a few minutes. Stick around, and I think we'll have another nail biter. Okay, so it's been a marathon, but we still got some more games to play. It looks like Wasted Potential up against 18K. Wasted Potential being on the red side, 18K on the blue side. Pure Acid has finally joined us and led his team to victory here in game. Well, in game number 3. We're now in game number 4, but he's giving them some life, I think, and it's getting late, but I think we got a lot more League of Legends to play.
Yep. And we're going to potentially see the triple mid lane ban.
So that would be very interesting. Char Sensei has been their, big carry so far. Excuse me, but the Nico and the Nico has been a ban pretty much the entire series. The Azir has been a ban since game 1. He played the Orianna. He's played now the Akali. He's shown he can play pretty much everything and perform well on it here. So Waste Potential aren't going to devote all 3 bans. They'll devote 2 of them and then ban away the Kled as well here. Gonna be the Morgana, the Mordekaiser, and Hecarim on the other side for 18K, and then that's Sylas' first pick here. So again, a champion that Sacred Flex was played in the jungle in earlier on in the series, so we'll see if that's where it goes again.
Yeah, and the Braum seem to be very high priority here for Whoops. And gonna get a very safe bot lane with the Braum Sivir. And already a lot more scaling in this game.
Yeah, it feels especially good against the Misfortune, which has been played very commonly against, for Illumi. It's been his main pick so far. So I feel like the Braum fares really well into her, and then the Sivir fares safe. Like, one thing that has been clear in this game is that both sides haven't really played for scaling so far. They've played pretty... Besides the Azir that was played in game 1, it's been pretty much composition that spike in the mid game or a good early game. And this time, the Sivir gives you sort of like a dynamic of scaling. As I say that, though, the Corki was picked up. So scaling on both sides now.
And the Kha'Zix going to be the last pick here for iPure Acid. Not really a surprise, but we'll see if he can have as big of an effect.
It kind of surprised they banned the Hecarim over the Kha'Zix. I can understand that in the first game he played in, because you hadn't seen him yet tonight. He hasn't really been playing the Kha'Zix recently, but after that last game, he had 19 kills, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like you might want to ban Kha'Zix. I don't know. It's just kind of my feeling, but especially when you have a Misfortune and a Corki at the moment, they feel like champions that are very susceptible to getting blown up by a little bug.
And the Renekton ban, I don't think Jungtao, performed that well on it, but they probably are looking to pick, maybe a tankier top, like the Poppy or maybe the Shen again. Or Shen for the first time for Gobi.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets his ults interrupted as often as well, but actually the Karma, it looks like, will be... Well, I suppose this is still a flex to the Soul lane. We don't really know where the Karma is going to be going, but...
Yeah, I believe it's going to be going to Endril, though. He has played Karma before, while Gobi hasn't, in this tournament at least.
Would make sense as well with the Sivir. Picking up the Karma's nice to give her some buffs in the later stage of the game. While you have that Braum for the tankiness in the bot lane and just his utility, and then you got the Karma to buff that Sivir late game here. As Tahm Kench and Nautilus picked up now. So I assume this is a top lane Tahm Kench, and this will be a bot lane support Nautilus here. But that Tahm Kench very good against tanks here. So if Gobi locks in this Ornn, that could be troublesome for him. Going up against that Tahm there to just might gobble him up.
Yeah, but the Tahm Kench did receive many nerfs, so many patches in a row, and so not the powerhouse he used to be.
If you ask Korea, Tahm Kench is good no matter what. So they'll play. If you put a minute cooldown on Devour, I'm pretty sure they'd still play Tahm Kench.
Well, we will just have to see how good he is in this series once we get into the game.
Yeah. So Tahm Kench, very good duelist, and but the Shen there with the ability to block the autos may be very impactful. In dodging those to make that 1v1 a lot better for him there. But the Tahm Kench, the ability to devour in the late game to save the Corki and Misfortune seems really nice here. On the other side, though, you got the Sivir Karma. The ricochets will be nasty later on in the game here. Corki is decent range, but Sivir, the ricochets are still so hard. Like, they're still hard to deal with here. The Kha'Zix's going to be an issue, so I think a Wasted Potential has put together a really nice draft. I think both sides have really good team comps here, but you know, we're playing a much more scaling focused game, I think, than we have in the first couple.
Yep. So probably gonna see a longer game here. Probably a game more like the first game, which, you know, we're all super excited about. Who doesn't want to watch more League of Legends at whatever time it is?
Yeah, the starting at 10 o'clock, I don't know if that was the greatest idea. Considering it's, you know, if it's a single game, whatever. It's a best of 5. We're gonna start at 10 o'clock on the East Coast. That seems like a great idea here. Don't know where all these players are located, but yeah, that was very helpful. So thank you for that. Yeah, with Pure Acid now, I feel like Waste Potential have new energy, and I feel like this series can go either way. Obviously, Waste Potential have to win 2 in a row. You know, just one more game, and you know, this thing could be all over. But the way they're going right now, it feels pretty good for Wasted Potential.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how well the Kha'Zix can carry this game, especially into more of these later scaling champions like the Corki and the Silas. So, going to be interesting to see how he pilots around these later game carries.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break here. Get back after the spectator late. Braum actually taking the exhaust, double TP. Pretty common stuff here, but yeah, we'll be back in a couple seconds here. Break down the rest of the stuff and get into game number 4 here. Waste Potential trying to come back, do the reverse sweep. They've got 1 game under their belt, but they got 2 more to go. Let's see if 18K can close it out with Pure Acid now back up in the lineup. So we'll see. Stick around. We'll be back in just a minute. All right. Here we are, ready in game 4. Pure Acid's on that Kha'Zix again. This time we got a different skin, though. Dark Star in game number 3. And now we got, I believe that's the championship skin. He's got the gold thing, too, so he clearly did all the missions. He cares a lot about Kha'Zix. I respect it. I'm glad I kept chat on. I'm just going to leave chat on.
And just, a normal 5-point finally from both sides. Nothing really aggressive going. And the Kazakhs once again throwing down that trinket and going back and getting the Oracle lens. So nothing too weird. Or yeah, he got the Oracle. All right.
I heard apparently in like the tournament realm, um, you can't like type. So when you play in like the LCS and stuff, like you can't type to the other team, which seems very sad to me. It's like no banter here.
Yeah.
These players clearly have a lot of it.
I know you can type in normal chat though.
Yeah. But Jung Tao already starting off. He's going at it. He likes the trade. He's going to find another stun here. This is why Gobi was saying.
Get another.
This is why Gobi hates Tahm Kench players. You talking about the nerfs? Sure, Tahm Kench has been nerfed. Does he still want to eat that ass? I mean, he still wants to eat that ass is what I'm getting here. Giving a nice lick to Gobi up in the top side here, and now he's starting the laning phase down like several hundred health.
And down a flash, so.
Yeah, well, I didn't even mention that, but yeah, you're right. He's down a flash,
yeah.
too.
And so if the Tahm Kench hits level 2 and the Shen's a little bit over-aggressive or over confident, then he will definitely be going down.
Yeah, that seems miserable. I would not want to play against that. I'm good, thank you very much.
But the hook gonna land there from the Nautilus, getting a little bit of damage, pushing that level 2 advantage in bot lane.
Couldn't really push that though. So far up the lane, unfortunately. See anything, but now level 2 is all evened up. Didn't even talk about the jungles yet, but it looks like it was red, for Silas. Skipped the Krugs, just went for the Raptors up towards the top side, and for Pure Acid on the Kazakhs was just full bot side clear into the red buff top side. And now another fight here in the bot side, but Guardian gonna make sure they're A-okay.
Kazakhs going top, I think. Yep,
should
we're
be
gonna
a
see
gank
Kazakhs
here.
going top.
Flash is available here for the Tahm Kench. Level 3 just hit for Gobi. Here comes Pure Acid. He's got double buffs. Gobi gonna land the taunt. Flash available for Jung Tao, but he's slowed up. Flash away. Pure Acid has the leap still. Damage coming through the thick skin, though, was huge. One more kill will do it. Pure Acid finds first blood.
And the flash coming out a little bit late from the Tahm Kench. I think if he flashes the taunt, he probably walks away.
Yeah, just didn't realize the danger that he was in. Taunt comes through. Gobi gets bailed out after getting, body level 1. Pure Acid gonna help him out, shoving this wave as well. What a good jungler. This guy is so nice. He's coming in, ganking your lane, pushing the minion wave for you because you got screwed over level 1 against a Tahm Kench player. The dirty Tahm Kench player.
And Silas checking that entire bot side jungle, not finding anything. But the hook gonna land onto the Sivir, and Braum Shield coming out, and the Sivir Spell Shield coming out as well. Not gonna lead to anything.
Yeah, the Sivir Braum, pretty safe duo here. And you have that backup, the scaling advantage here. Sivir going to be better than Misfortune late game. I think that's pretty clear here. On 2 items, maybe you're even in strength, depending on how fast Misfortune gets those. But once you get to 4 or 5, the Sivir's clearly going to be stronger here. So that is a backup plan in case things don't go well for his potential. But the Kazakhs already got first blood. He got 19 kills in the game before this one. After going, after dying to start things off on a bad invade, and then all of a sudden he just started getting kills, and all of a sudden he ended the game with 19. So if he's already got first blood, I feel like this game can't. He's got to have at least like 30, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how hard he can carry this game.
He's already on this Tahm Kench once again here. Jung Tao running down the river here. This rift, the Scuttle, though, is in favor of Waste of Potential. 3 stacks are currently on Pure Acid. He's going to get stunned up. Here comes Suwugi. Endril as well rotating from the mid lane. And here comes Char Sensei. He's rotated down. Gobi, though, will find the kill onto Jung Tao, and the 3v3 topside will go in favor of Waste of Potential so far. Char Sensei and Suwugi have full health. Pure Acid, he's very low, trying to go back in, but Endril will flash away. Dies, though, as the flash ends. Gobi, he's in trouble. The taunt, Suwugi flashes to follow him. Here comes the shield. Oh, we'll just barely get out. Pure Acid can hop over, and it should be, I think, a 1-for-1 overall here. But oh no, the Phosphorus Bomb! Char Sensei finds a kill onto Gobi. Pure Acid now in trouble as well. He has no flash. They're gonna try for the dive. Char Sensei and Suwugi going in. Suwugi finding a lot of damage. Quite damaged by the turret, but will survive at the end. So a 3 for 1 overall there. Sugi and Char Sensei come out with several kills on the backside of that. Now you have a 2-0-1 Corki. That's not good.
Yeah, and the 2-0 Corki is also Char Sensei, so that's not good either. You don't want that
series from him so
player to
far.
be ahead. Yep, but he has done a fantastic job at pushing his lead and pushing his advantage. And he's on the Corki, so he will have that package to be able to influence other lanes a lot easier.
Certainly a good spell shield there by Jakku. Away from that double up there. Mountain Dragon is the first dragon available. Rough Herald another couple minutes out here. Only 6.5 yet. Feels like we're pretty far into this game here, but with all the action. But no, just a couple minutes in so far. And the Corki very strong, sitting on quite a bit of gold here, so probably get that Phage on the next back. Maybe even some boots if he's got enough money there. But right now the CS pretty even across the board. A slight advantage here in the bot lane, about 10. In the top lane, a bit more here as well. But the jungle pretty even, mid lane pretty even as well here. So just the side lanes are a little bit of an advantage right now for 18K.
And the Silas, not going to find the Kazakhs, but he's going to be spotted on that ward, taking the Scuttle Crab. So the Kazakhs needs to be a little bit careful here. His mid laner's not quite there yet.
Yep, he's in trouble. And he's ultimate to try and buy some room here to leap away to the brush. Second cast of the ultimate. Gonna go in and Char Sensei find a bit of damage here. Endril has made his way over, and Char Sensei is gonna go down. Shut down. Puracid gonna get that one, his second kill of the game. Oh no! Here comes the Shen ultimate that may just save him. It does double kill for Puracid, and that time the Stand United was not interrupted. Gobi, huge ultimate to save Puracid. 3 kills for the Kazakhs. The Corki gets shut down, and now waste of potential right back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, pure acid, coming up huge there. Even though he was caught a little bit out, the Shen doing his best to save him, and the ult actually going through, which is a lot that we didn't see from the first game out of Zheng Tao.
Well, it is a lot harder to interrupt, right? Because you have to get the 3 stacks of the acquired taste to get the Devour, because that's the only, that's the only hard CC you can do is if you get the 3 stacks of the acquired taste to stun or use the Devour to suppress. So it takes a lot longer to interrupt. But now Puracid coming up topside once again. Zheng Tao, you're in trouble, buddy. The Dark Harvest proc, the leap forward, the thick skin going to buy a bit more time, but I think it's just a matter of... Oh, okay. Yep, we'll get it in the end. The flash away, but he will die. And a 4th kill now for Puracid.
Yeah.
Package
and
coming in though.
Pack.
Corki, Char Sensei onto Endril. He's gonna walk around it, but now Endril, are you gonna make it out, buddy? Nope. The rocket, the auto. Char Sensei trying to make it happen. The shield though. Char Sensei will get it in the end and just barely survives. Endril almost makes it out, but down he goes. The rocket secures it.
And Pure Acid gonna be helping get turrets in this top lane, but giving up that dragon.
Forced into that trade a little bit because they were, ganked that top lane here. And after the mid laner dies, no way to contest this dragon. Hook lands though. Whoops is in trouble. And flashes over the wall here. The rocket though from Char Sensei will find the kill. Zheng Tao, he's being bullied here now by Pure Acid and Gobi. Stop it. Stop it. Bullying's not okay.
I don't know. If it's to Tahm Kench players, then...
Yeah, well, at least Gobi
might
would
be
agree
acceptable.
With that. Yeah.
And gonna stop that back there. Gonna get a little bit of revenge.
May find Puracid on the way out here, but I don't know if he wants to take this. Suzuki is here, gonna hop over the wall. Misses those chains though, and now it's a 2v3. Actually, they found already a 1 pickoff. Now a 2nd kill for Puracid. That's gonna be a double kill for him. Hasn't even had the ward completed yet, and he's already on 6 kills. Char Sensei was just too late to help in that fight.
And Pure Acid definitely running away with this game. Already 6-1. Already has about a third of the kills he did last game, and it's only 10 minutes in.
That is pretty scary. The only thing is, maybe he won't get as many as he did last game because the game won't end sooner. But there is that 4-1 Corki. We can't forget about him. He's almost got Triforce. He needs about 2 more minions, and then he can go get Triforce. But that is still very scary here. As we get a gank in the mid lane, Endril gonna flash away after Toons found the hook. Yeah, maybe Corki can do something, but Puracid can maybe just delete him. So we'll see what the deal is there. But yeah, I wouldn't want to play against him at all.
Yeah, this Kha'Zix is definitely very, very scary.
Jung Tao 0-4 here. He's still up like 30 CS though, so that's nice for him. But Gobi got the Stand United up again. Jung Tao no TP, but Gobi will have his back momentarily, so there's more global plays to be had. If that is something they want to go for here, SNC are going to come in for the Sivir soon. Infinity Edge soon for Illumi as well here. So just waiting on those first items for everyone, especially in the mid bot lanes. As Luden's Echo is completed for Angel. Now running back out of base now, and I assume Sensei will head back to base after shoving in his wave as well and get his Triforce.
Yeah, the Triforce is a pretty big power spike for Corki, but so is every single item after that. So Corki just doesn't stop ramping up. Just gets that first item and then keeps just getting stronger.
I don't know why, but like when you said ramping up for a second, you reminded me of like LS so much. I was like, I think it's because you use the same words and like you have a pretty similar accent. I was like, this is LS casting with me right now? It's like, no, he's not obnoxious enough. This can't be LS.
No, I do watch a lot of LS though. I like his style of casting a lot.
He is very smart, but yeah, he likes the token prod people sometimes.
Yeah, he's very smart, but he also has the very he has a very distinct personality that you either like or you hate.
Yeah.
No one's just like, oh, LS is okay. Everyone's just like, oh, I really like LS, or I hate that guy. That guy's
well, I'm gonna break the mold and say LS is okay, but hold that thought. Pure Acid going in, but he's gonna have to flash out. Stand United is actually channeled in the middle of the fight, going back into zone. He's used by Sawugi. Now Gobi is taking up everyone. He's got to flash over the wall. Sensei giving chase here. Empowered recall coming through Pure Acid. He's in the bush, but Jung Tao will find him there. Big damage, but the thick skin is huge, and Pure Acid will go down. Jung Tao will survive, and Char Sensei now has his 5th kill of the game, and the Kha'Zix get shut down.
Yeah, huge turn of events there for the side of 18K, getting this Corki further ahead and shutting down that Kha'Zix. I believe the Kha'Zix went over to the Tahm Kench, so that will help him recover just a little bit to get back into this game. He's already completed his first item, and against a character like Shen, who likes to split build and get that TM at first, and then go into Sunfire Cape or whatever he chooses to go. It's very nice for him.
So we do have a dragon spawning, gonna be an ocean in 30 seconds. No neutral objective besides that. Already in the possession there of Pure Acid. They have a big Rift Arrow play in the last game. See if they can replicate that this time around. But pushing opposite the dragon could be an option for them if they go head over, to that ocean dragon, throw that down the top lane, throw it down the mid lane, catch them out there. That could be an option there for wave potential, but 18K now with his 5-kill Corki, very, very scary in a group team fight. If he's alone, the Corki is very susceptible to being killed by that Kha'Zix, but you get grouped up, and then the Corki can maybe just kite everything out and just kill everyone, as he's known to do.
Yeah, and the Corki already has that first item, being the Triforce, and I think he, with the Zeal, is probably going to go into the Rapid Cannon. So, just a lot more scaling here for the Corki.
I feel as this game, pretty much Rapid Fire Cannon is like the common choice. This game, because of the fed Kha'Zix, would you consider Phantom Answer? Like, I feel like with the Lifeline passive, it's like a warranted choice in this game, but I don't know. Maybe Rapid Fire Cannon extra range is just really good.
Yeah, I think that extra range allows him to play a little bit more safer. And Corki's already a safe enough champion. He does have the
too, so.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he wants to kind of use that gold for defensive measures when he already does have the Tahm Kench and also a lot of ways to deal with it.
Here, speaking of the Corki, here he comes. Gobi can use the taunt to hop over the package, but he's dead. Endril, same thing. I think he might be dead as well. The pressure comes down. Jung Tao devours up his meal, but in the end, he'll spit it out and feed it to Char Sensei. Don't know why I chose that visual, but I did, and now that's a double kill for Corki, is what I'm getting to.
Yeah, the package, as I said earlier, is going to allow Char Sensei to really take control of this game a lot easier than the other picks that we've seen him on, like the Akali and the Azir. It's just his roaming is going to be so much stronger. And with all these kills on him, it's going to be so hard to shut him down with the Tom Kench and also all these items that he's going to have eventually.
Here comes the Stand United, especially coming down the Devour onto Pure Acid. Gobi hops out and knocks his Conto away, but I think he may go down. There you go, he falls. Pure Acid delivers him to his death. Pure Acid has gone for the leap, notably in this game too, feeling a bit more fed. He's opted to evolve that E instead of the W here. So that is something to keep in mind. The resets are possible, but the Corki now 7 kills, the Kha'Zix 6, and you know, that seems concerning right now. Pure Acid doesn't really have anyone else to lean on. Right now, the mid laner's 0-4, the top laner's 1-4. Your bot lane is down 20 CS and just has their first item. This Corki, I think, is going to get out of control really fast, and Pure Acid's going to have to execute perfectly in order to kill that guy consistently in every fight. But even then, I don't think, you know, Char Sensei is going to be stupid enough to walk in the jungle, you know, when he knows there's a Kha'Zix on the map.
Yeah, and that's the rapid fire cannon completed for the Corki. So feeling safe enough with the Tom Kench to go the rapid fire and not the Phantom
if I
Dancer.
have a Tom
And
Kench and a Nautilus, I think you're right. You feel pretty safe here. But we're gonna have a quick DC and a pause here. But you know, there's a 4K gold lead here. This game, I feel like maybe it's just my perception of how this game is going, but it feels like the lead in the game right now is so much bigger than that because of the way it is played out. Like, sure, you have a very strong Kha'Zix, but what else do they really have right now if you are wasted potential? Like, it feels to me like nothing. Now, maybe in a couple minutes they'll get a very strong Sivir, but she's even behind in her lane by 20 CS. Like, what are they really, like, is there any good points right now for wasted potential at this stage in the game? Because it feels like it feels really, really bad to me.
Yeah, it's very hard to see a world where they do come back. But, you know, we said that last game, and Pure Acid just ran away with the game and just popped off. So maybe once he does get those items, which is like weird to say about a Kha'Zix, but once he gets those items, we'll see him start doing a lot more. And the Kha'Zix coming in here onto the...
Yep, the stun will land here, and oh, that's the kill onto the Nautilus. Here comes Sawugi. A lot of damage being traded back and forth. Pure Acid gonna hop away with that leap. Shaku in trouble, but double TP coming from, I think, the top laners. Yeah, both top laners come in here. Char Sensei actually TP'd as well. So we got a party in the bot lane. Only Endril left out of it in the mid lane pushing. He might be able to get a turret there. Getting that turret in the mid lane would be nice, but they're going to trade it for an outer in the bot lane as they were outnumbered there. So waste potential, trading a turret, and you're right. You know, there's a potential for Pure to take over this game like he did in game 2. He just completed that Dust Blade, and as he did, he picks up that kill in the bot lane onto Tunes.
Yeah, and just a very good fight there for 18K. You know, the Kha'Zix gets another kill, yeah, sure, but, you know, they trade the turrets. The mid turret being gone is sort of a hindrance for Corki, because Corki likes to have that, you know, safe out and just get that the W back to his turret. But I think all in all, the trade's not, you know, that bad.
And they may be able to get this turret, but it's going to take a little bit here with a Sivir. She's always hard to push into, so this mid lane turret going to stand for at least a couple more waves. And you know, the Karma is very far behind, but she's a utility champion, right? She's built the Athenes. Maybe she'll get an Ardent Sensor after this one and just kind of be, you know, a buff sort of champion. Champion to give stats to Shaku in Pure Acid and just try and be more supportive in this game, so her deficit isn't really as big an issue. Same thing to be said for the Shen. He's far behind, but, you know, he's a tank. That's kind of what... he's kind of just assigned to being a meat shield and, you know, providing CC there. So the champions that are behind aren't as bad, really. Even the Braum, who's got 2 deaths. Again, he's in support, so... I overreacted to the situation a little bit here, but still, this 7-kill Corki does feel very scary.
Yeah, I think as long as this Sivir's allowed to hit late game, it's the 7-1 Corki now won't seem that big once we have a 4-item Sivir.
That is true. The ricochets will be big. You know, the Tom Kench and Nautilus will provide that little buffer to get the ricochets to the back line there. You know, the Corki is long range, but his auto range isn't that super long. It's just the rockets and abilities here. It's Pure Acid going to find Sawuki in the jungle. The Dark Harvest proc, so much damage. The lead comes in. The reset should be here, but here comes the Stand United. They're going to go on to Char Sensei now. The taunt is going to miss. Good flash from Char Sensei. Pure Acid going in. Flashes in. Finds a lot of damage, but no! Char Sensei finds the kill up against the Kazakhs. Pure Acid. And now looks like, whoops, will die as well. Oh my goodness. That could have been a big shutdown too if Pure Acid had found that kill. Unfortunately, he does not, and Char Sensei gets the kill instead.
Yeah, I think there was just a little bit of miscommunication there on the Kazakhs and the Shen about what they wanted to do. The Shen started backing off as the Kazakhs wants to flash in. So I think if the Shen did stay around, then they might have gotten the kill onto the Corki.
Bit unfortunate. He did use all his cooldowns though, so maybe he could have gotten range for an auto to help out. But now Endrol flashing onto Illumi, and will interrupt that ultimate. Endrol still dies though. Illumi just autos him down. Endrol does not have the damage to close it out. Flash used, and Shaku now in trouble. Big damage from the Corki. Shaku almost gets one shot, and gonna have to flash away from that one. And everyone looks to be okay after this one. And Char Sensei gonna steal away some Raptors, but doesn't look like the fight's gonna break out. I think they're gonna disengage here. I've been wrong.
Nice
before,
dodge there on the Q.
Yeah, good dodges, and now they're finding each other back in the river. And now Pure Acid's playing a dangerous game, man.
Yeah, Pure Acid is he's all for nothing.
Oh, here comes the engage. It looks like, whoops. That's a lot of damage. But this Corki is pretty insane right now. 8 kills now. Doesn't even have the Infinity Edge yet. It's not at the gold for it, I believe. Needs a few hundred more. And should pick that one up. But he's already got that BF sword completed. Here comes Char Sensei once again. They're going on Shaku. Good spell shield, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He goes down. Char Sensei is godlike with his 9th kill of the game here. Sugi's going to take the turret out on the way out. Goons is going to be forced to flash, but another successful dive.
And we can see why this Corki was banned in the previous games. Char Sensei is just a monster on this champion. And I believe he's getting close to his IE, and he already has a 50 CS lead.
Yeah, should have it on this back.
Angel.
Yeah, we'll have it on this back, so the IE will be available for the Corki. That's a big power spike, you know. Shaku is on an Essence Reaver here in a static shiv, but now a fight in the bot lane. Illumi swallowed up, but not for long. Pure Acid, he hops out. Oh no, the stun came through! And now Gobi, he might find the kill onto Illumi, but Jung Tao is slowing him up on the way out, and Sugi's coming in. Here comes the ultimate from the Misfortune. Gobi's going to go down. Double kill for Illumi. That's what the Tom Kench is for. Saves him from Pure Acid. Pure Acid now getting shut down twice in a row.
Yeah, Pure Acid going for these risky plays, and they're just not working out this game. He's getting punished for a lot of stuff.
Almost have to have that mindset to play champion like Kha'Zix successfully and get those crazy snowball games, but in these types of situations, it can bite you in the butt, and it's doing that right now. 4 kills on the Misfortune, 9 kills on the Corki. This game does not feel great. Well, Toons missed the hook, but he's fine. No one's gonna give chase, and you know, now you're just waiting on the Sivir, I guess, as wasted potential. But that's really all they have down the pipeline. Like, that's, you know, the Kha'Zix isn't gonna get really any stronger. The Corki Misfortune, you know, the Misfortune won't get too much stronger than she is now, but the Corki certainly will. You know, so you're just, I guess, waiting on the Sivir, it seems, at this point.
Yeah, I think once the Sivir comes online, it's going to be a lot harder for 18K to really close out this game. But until that point, this Corki is just going to be able to do pretty much whatever he wants in this game.
Here comes the Tom Kench ulti. They're going to go through. No one actually took the ride in the belly with Cow, but now the package coming through. That's a lot of damage in the backline. Illumi finds the kill onto Whoops. And Char Sensei make sure no one else is going to contest. And now they're on this inhibitor turret here, 25 minutes into it. Char Sensei and company moving through. Gobi Maybe looking for a flank, but I think he's just trying to get back to the rest of his team here. Toon's gonna head off, high pure acid, and the inhibitor will go down. So Woogie hopping away, and so is Jung Tao. They're out of there. And it feels like we're sort of have a ticking clock. It's like, does this ever get to a bunch of items that she needs before the game ends? Because if the game keeps going like this, it'll just end with 18K just closing it out. But it's a race, I feel like, for the Sivir to get to where she needs to go before that happens.
And it does look like the Karma is pathing into that Ardent Sensor. So really just trying to make this Sivir that late game powerhouse. The Braum almost has the Knight's Vow. The Ardent Sensor coming online soon. The Sivir on 2 items. So see it fairly soon. Maybe 10 minutes we'll see the Sivir start to output real damage once she gets that IE.
A lot of damage being exchanged here now, but the inhibitor turret will fall. Fight's gonna break out. Gobi gonna taunt away. The Nautilus ultimate will follow. Finds the knockup. And inhibitor will go down. No fight has been started yet. Whoop's gonna flash away from Jung Tao. Sivir calls out the charge of battle, but she's already dead. Illumi finds the kill onto the Sivir, and this should be the end of the game, I think. I don't know how you stop this. Pure Acid leaps away. The Stand United comes through. Gobi, though, is stunned up as he comes out of that. Finds a big taunt, 3-man, but Illumi still outputting damage. Pure Acid can't find a way in. Endril just does not have the damage. Pure Acid may find 1 kill. He will, but that'll be it. Double kill for the Corki. And I think Endril, he found 1 kill on the Toons, but that's going to be it. Triple kill for Corki to close it out, and it took an extra game, but 18K find the win. Pure Acid could not pull it together for his team. He tried so hard, ended up with 8 kills in that game, I believe. 8 kills in that game. A few missed opportunities there where he could have maybe had a kill, but the Corki was so far ahead. There was a Tom Kench, and he just couldn't find the kill. Rarely will a player find the kill in that situation, and Pure Acid, he's had made a lot of amazing plays, but not able to do it this time. The rest of his team struggled, and he wasn't able to put the team on his back here. So he showed up a little late, did his best, but in the end it wasn't enough. And 18K going to take the series 3-1 over Wasted Potential. They got the 1 game, and it felt like 2 of the games are very close. Game 1 and Game 3 were very, very close games, and you felt like if that was a 5-game series, that would have been amazing. But games 2 and 4 just felt really, really rough for Wasted Potential, and 18K kind of dominated those ones.
Yeah, I would have really liked to see the full 5-man roster here from Wasted Potential, all in every single one of these games. But Char Sensei just played out of his mind in every single game. I don't think he had a single bad performance in this series, and he had several carry performances and carry moments. And if you look at the damage in this last game, he did so much more than everyone else in the game. So it's kind of hard not to look at Char Sensei and say, oh yeah, he could have done better. He did the best he could have in every single game. Even in the game that they lost, he was still getting solo kills, getting the picks that his team needed to allow that game to go on as long as it did.
At 26k damage there, almost 27. Pure Acid with the second most at 18.5. So well played by both those guys. They definitely felt like the big players on their teams, and this time, jungle's ruined. I mean, what can you do? Mid lane's just a better position. I'm sure that's what Pure Acid's saying right now. But in all seriousness, this is a great series from both these guys, both these teams. Everyone, had their performance, had their moments. Whoops. I know we like to joke about his name, but he certainly had some great moments with his hooks. Both supports, the Nautilus game, I think actually played, this last game was pretty good. Everyone in every position played solidly, had their moments. And, this time, unfortunately, Waste Potential goes down. We won't get to see them. But 18K with a really fantastic performance there. Now we have something to look forward to. Will, Char Sensei be able to follow up his performance because he played amazingly? Will the rest of the team be able to come up, because you got to have a full team to win, the entire playoffs, right? So we'll see if that can happen. But right now, 18K looking great, and the Waste Potential, they showed their potential, but we're not able to quite pull together for a full 5-game series.
Yeah, it was just this series was very fun, even though it is, almost 2 a.m. It was still fun to watch and wasted potential pulling out that uh, Morgana jungle first game and almost winning with it
Yeah,
was
that was one of
very
the
fun to
highlights for
see.
sure. That was one of the most fun moments, I think. The Morgana jungle was great. But anything else to say before we close it out here and send everyone home? Because I know it's getting late.
Uh, I do not have anything unless you want to say something.
Nope. You can find me on Twitch. I'm not Keos, Coeus, YouTube. Same, I don't know. You can find me anywhere with that name. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for sticking around and watching, guys. Fallen, thanks for your cookies. I appreciate you handing them over. I'm just better at duels than you are. It's the unfortunate truth, but we all got to live with it. Again, seriousness. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys sticking around here to really late in the evening. I guess next morning, technically, if you're on the East Coast or in the middle of the country here. So thank you very much. Thanks, Ward, for coming around casting these games with us, and thanks to the teams, of course, for playing. So GG, well played, everyone. And I believe we have another series tomorrow. So stick around for timing on that. You can find it. We'll be here tomorrow. Just stick around. Spend all afternoon on our Twitch channel is what I'm telling you to do. But thank you, and have a good night.